Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. We're restarting our show. No idea what happened there. We had a break in service. I have no idea why. We have backup power. We have backup internet, so we don't lose power. We don't lose internet, and we didn't lose power, and we didn't lose internet. And in fact, I was still streaming, but YouTube weren't receiving the information. And I can't for the life of me understand why. I was still able to stream to you. You were still talking to me in the chat, but for some reason you weren't receiving audio and visual. So I went and checked my internet. Obviously, I knew that was good because you wouldn't be able to be receiving the conversation if there was no internet. And I knew that because we have backup anyway. And the power and everything else stays on because of the batteries. And I couldn't work out what it was. So the next thing you can do is you can check YouTube to see if YouTube has a problem. I do have a service which tells me if there's a problem with YouTube. However, it doesn't tell you there's a problem until a number of people report it. So it may have been an issue with YouTube, a little hiccup in the servers. There's no way of knowing until afterwards when a number of people report it. If it happens instantaneously, it's hard to know if it's YouTube. So in the end, I decided to stop the stream, start a new one, and here we are back together once again. All right, so there you go. Anyway, where we were getting before was we were going through the comments. So can't be that. We went to the moon. Rubbish. The classic Kana. Indeed it is. Rubbish. Turn it off and on again. Yes. I didn't reboot anything at all. I just reset the stream and continued again. Good morning all. Zach's 8. Welcome back to you. I've not heard from you for a while. And the Zach is in the house. Yes, it's lovely to see Zach back with us. Again, is YouTube having an outage today? It does happen. It wasn't reported though, but when it happens instantaneously like that, it doesn't necessarily come up straight away. Please tap the like button. Consider subscribing if you are new here. There you go. All right. No, it's the tower on the moon that has tipped over because of the wind. Gremlins, gotta be. YouTube stopped working on all devices. Oh, there you go. So there probably was an issue with YouTube then. My system only tells me after enough people have reported on it. So I'm going to look now and see if there was an issue on YouTube. Let's have a look. Oh, there does seem to be an issue with Spectrum, which is my internet provider. It doesn't mean there's necessarily an issue. It just means, well, doesn't mean there's a break in service, but it can be an issue with deliverance. There's a difference between losing signal. No, I'm still getting no issues with YouTube. This is my systems that I check to show me any issues with YouTube. There still doesn't appear to be any. But Spectrum, which is my service provider, is showing some issues now being reported. Doesn't mean I've lost internet connection. It just can be the delivery. There can be all kinds of issues. You might have connection, but you might have quality of service issues or pinging or buffering. There's other stuff that can be an issue. Anyway, I just thought I'd explain to you what's going on. All right. Okay. Channel not working. At least my stock is going up. Exactly. Hot cup of coffee. Lovely. Zach's 8. Just checking if my coffee had arrived. It's not yet. The classic Kana. Hi Mike, what do you think about Stacey's possible 100,000 purchase of Flare? Is it rubbish? 100 grand worth of Flare. Bloody hell. She likes her crypto, doesn't she? Hitting usually works. It does. Enjoy the cup of tea as always with a great show. Thank you, Martyn Lucas Investor, for your wonderful job. Thank you. Yes, classic car. If I had 100 grand, I'd be darned if I'd put it in Flare. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Hitting the screen usually works. Yeah, I don't want to do that, but I know what you're saying. I knew you'd say that. Mike's here. Wished I had a spare 100 grand to invest. Well, you know, I started with 5 grand, and here I am today with over 260,000. So you can do it. Everyone can do it. The percentages are the same. Just keep doing it, stay the course. And most people are younger than me, so they can certainly do it. Good morning to all. Be a bit under the weather, but glad to be back. Jenny B, I'm sorry that you're not feeling very well. It's glad to have you. Good to have you back though, and we're sorry you're not feeling very well. Hopefully that dog didn't get him again. Oh God, he needs snowshoes, Mike. Damn dog. What would Sensei say? Well, that'll be interesting. When Sensei's back from his holiday, we'll ask him, shall we? Think that dog's name is Ramsey, by the way. Stacey, do not put underground in damn rubbish. Mysterious world of smoke and mirrors. Anyway, she'll do what she wants to do and you won't be able to stop her. Anyway, everyone tap the like button. Welcome back after we did J&J earnings. I think everyone got what I was saying about everything, so I'm not going to repeat anything. We're just going to continue where we left off. New all-time highs being set again. Let's just go through and look at all our positions this morning. The S&P is up today. S&P Global down. Virgin Galactic up and down like a yo-yo. Palantir going back up again. Gold going up. Amazon up. Apple returning. So now we're going to have all of that nonsense of Apple erased. And look, we're down. If you've noticed, we've down 13% on the month. That's the biggest part of the S&P. Imagine when it comes up. So remember, and this is really important. This is really, really important to get across to people. When you buy the S&P VOO, as I do and have been, every time you put $1 in the S&P, it gets allocated. It buys shares of the stocks inside the S&P. And the biggest share, the biggest allocation goes to Apple. So you're actually buying Apple on a discount. So you got to think of that. I think it's like 6.7%, only 7% or whatever, is going into Apple right now. And all those people that are weekly, monthly, buying the S&P, they're buying Apple. Okay, so think of it. When it turns around, when enough of the selling stops and the buying overtakes, which it will because it's consistently buying, the S&P is going to go up. It's going to go explode because you're buying more and more of Apple at a more and more reduced price. I love it. You can keep on going down because if you keep buying, then you're just going to keep winning. I mean, it's just a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, there's Apple. Next year, Energy. Enphase Energy. Great time to buy Enphase. Coca-Cola. Now, we just reported on J&J. And I said, defensives, piggy banks. The piggy bank of the stock market. J&J, Coca-Cola. Both down. Some of you will be upset now going, I've just bought Coca-Cola. Oh, I thought it was great. Buy more. It's going down. This is great. This is great. It's not going down for underperforming. It's going down because people use these banks. You've got to remember that investors who buy Coca-Cola and J&J, 99% of them have been in it for many, 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 many years, decades. And they're up thousands of percent. Huge amounts of profits to be taken to buy the growth, which is why the main S&P, the tech, which is leading the S&P, is doing so well. Financials, all of this stuff I said would boom, and it is. But it's rotation. At some point, people will start buying again. It's just a matter of patience. All right. So you've got all these oversold stocks now, which I just hold on my Roth IRA. I only wish it was January the 1st, 2026. I mean, we've just started the year. I bought on the way down. I want to buy some more, but of course it won't be there by January the 1st, 2026, when my Roth IRA says, okay, Martin, give me another $8,000. It gets hungry every 1st of January. I won't be able to because by that point it will be up anyway. But anyway, I'm only down about 4% now, but I'd love to own more. What a great time to buy J&J and Coca-Cola. Chevron oil going down, Tesla trading. People, it drives me mad. People say they love Tesla, well, until they don't. They buy it, they sell it, they don't know what they want. But anyway, a great trading stock if you like to trade very quickly. McDonald's, great time to buy. Google's booming, Microsoft is booming, Nvidia booming. Why? The AI Act is being put in place. This is really, really good for all of these stocks. They're booming right now, but Nvidia will reach 200. The S&P is, whoa, look at this. S&P is exploding again. Another all-time high, despite Coca-Cola going down. There it is, another all-time high. There we go, another all-time high. We just keep making money. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Oh, yeah, absolutely great. Can you imagine when money comes back into defensives? Going to be 160,000. You may remember I said to you I'd bid 150,000 by the end of the year, if not the first 2 weeks. Well, we've passed it. We're 151, and we're going to hit 160,000 very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. So this is just wonderful to be in the market. However, I've got some videos to do right now. I've got reviews to do. I've got FOMC to do, Alcoa earnings, Kinder earnings, Discover, Union Pacific, and also a very sad video to make. Gonna make it. Mount UK. Is he like talking? Is he drinking? What's going on here? Tony Bogart, hi Mike, have you done the analysis for Archer? We're doing it now. Thought this was still on the list. Yes, it is. We're doing it now, Tony. Archer is my next review. Yes, it's happening today. It's happening now in a few minutes. This is like printing money. Yes, it is. Huge congratulations for all-time high. It just keeps on going. Congratulations again. Thank you, Mike. It's a very simple strategy. You basically do nothing. You just stay in. I can hear a jingle of a spoon. It means coffee's on its way. If you've not yet got one of my mugs, look at the size of these bad boys. Nearly twice the size of the originals. Get yourself one of these mugs. Let me hand it back to Leah. What have I got this time? A coffee in a latte mug. You're mixing it up, Leah. You're living dangerous. That's the kind of girl you are. That's why I married you. Right. Look at this, folks. This is now my latte mug. Look at the size of that. This is my latte mug, and it's full of coffee. They're all signed. So if you want a souvenir of the show, these are exclusive. Look, they're all signed. There you go. Cheers, everybody. Huge mugs. We make money on the show, so we have huge mugs. Underneath the video is all the mug links if you want to get one of my mugs. All right. Or Sensei's mugs, whatever you prefer. Nvidia is exploding today. It's no surprise to anyone, really. We're now going to get another all-time high, 151, 181. What are we doing? Absolutely nothing. We're making profits. We're taken to come back into the Coca-Cola and J&J. And when they do, I'm going to be at $160,000, which is $270,000. We're coming up to $350,000, folks. Can you believe it? Doesn't take long. Just stay in the game. Do absolutely nothing. Right. Here it is. Got some videos to make. So we're going to get busy with the fizzy. Can everyone tap the like button? We're going to get serious now. And let's see. This is like printing money. Congratulations, guys. Pretty sure Martin's neighbour's dog, Ramsey, is bit the cables. I want to know what the Fight Channel thinks about 100K into Flair. Yeah. Ha, ha, ha. Classic. If allowed me to do a little bit of beginning, can't cry. Not sure I know what that means. Awesome. Just saying. Back in the truck, upload some jet. Yes, Tommy Tinkler. Load the J&J, Coca-Cola. This is what I'm saying. The live feed isn't keeping up. That's why the comment you should say. You sound like in slow. Hey, you You sound like in slow motion. Yes, Tommy Tinkler. Load the... no, that sounds all right. What are you on about? Poor Leah. Poor Leah. I received my Sensei Martyn mug yesterday. All right. Okay, Vanessa, send it a picture in right now of you holding your mug with your lovely big smiling face. Send it in to me and into Discord right now, and I'll put it on the show right now. We've got a new way of sharing all the mugs. If anyone's got a mug, send a picture in Discord right now, and I will put you in the show right now. There's no more messing around. I've improved the way I do this. If you take a picture and you send it into Discord, I will have you on the show in a matter of minutes, and you will absolutely love it. All right. I think Leah is fed up with all this. What, making money? I think Leah is fed up. She hates it. She said, how much money you made today? I went, I'm up another $1,000. I hate it. I wish you'd stop doing it. My portfolio doesn't grow like yours. I was like, well, maybe you should follow the show, babe. Maybe you should follow the show. Maybe you should just do what I do. She doesn't listen. Right, anyway, she pulled the plug. Can't blame her. Now it's back live again. Some of you may have changed your speed to slow, which is why you think, yes, exactly. Well, I'm desperate. I would go for a 500-pound less teeth than a Jack and Lantern chain smoking with voice like Arnold Schwarzenegger. What's going on there? Is fight here? I don't bloody know. Oh my God, look at the portfolio. Oh, this is getting ridiculous. Look at this now. Have you seen it? Don't tell me you can't make money on the S&P. It's another all-time high. It's ridiculous. People say you can't make money buying the S&P. You bloody well can. We're doing it right in front of you. Oh, this is brilliant. Okay, right. Got to get serious now. Make some videos. Yes, I'm here, says Fight. You know, drink a coffee. Okay. Video number 1. Video number 1. 17 minutes. Okay. Stock market booming. All-time highs. Left, right, and center. Started with $5,000. I'm now at 151. I've never bought options. I've never shorted a stock. I don't own crypto. I only own the S&P. But it's a sad day. Very sad day. In 1 year, I've made $26,000. Just about 30%. You can see that. Anyone can do the same thing. This isn't clever. This isn't rocket science. However, it's a sad day when a man or a woman knows they've peaked, knows they've done their best gig, knows they've got as high as they can go. Today is that day. I'm not joking. I'm being serious. You're probably wondering, what on earth am I talking about? I thought you had dreams to take the channel to 1 million subscribers, make $1 million. Yeah, I do. But I'm already there. No, you're not. What are you talking about? I don't know why I'm doing this, sort of answering myself a question. A bit weird. I'll stop doing it. Please tap the like button and I'll explain more. And please consider subscribing and I'll tell you more, because you'll see more if you subscribe. There's more videos. We've hit the point I've been working for 4 years, and now it's time to change direction once again. You've got to stay the course, but you've also got to face the facts. The stock market isn't what we want to be. It is what it is. We don't live forever. We have to face these facts. If I'd started my journey years ago, I could carry on the same as I am today. Doing exactly what I'm doing. Buying the macro dips, using margin, amplifying my gains, but I'm 55 years old. You have to face reality. The reality is I'm not going to live forever. And there is a time when you hit your target when you have to change your position. There's nothing changing about my understanding of the market, but I've now got to move my pieces on the chessboard once again. And we've hit a point where I have to change my strategy. Up to now, I buy macro dips whenever the market oversells, and I use margin. My margin has grown and grown and grown. You've watched it live on the show. You've seen how much. You know exactly what's going on. And it's now time to change that strategy. Why? Are you no longer bullish? Are you no longer earning money on YouTube? What's happened? Why has it changed? Well, at the end of the day, the goal is to get to $1 million live on the show. That's going to happen. That's already just in waiting. I haven't got to do anything else. But I also don't want to end up at 60 years old, 70 years old, with $1 million in margin, obviously. I've always said to you, it's not a problem having $1 million of margin if you've got $10 million in your portfolio. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all, because at any point you could clear it off. Big businesses owe money all the time. However, big businesses run forever. They pass on the businesses. They go for hundreds of years. You know, they exist forever. But I'm not a business. Well, I am, but I'm also an individual, right? I don't go on forever. And I've got no real intention of leaving any of my money to anyone. Sorry, folks, but I haven't. Me and Leah want to spend it all. Want to be paupers when we pass away. So it's not going anywhere. It's not going to be left to anywhere. So we want to spend it. So that being in mind, I don't want to be in my 60s as ill health could start to catch up with me, as I don't do enough exercise already. Both my parents died at 68. So, I've got to bear that in mind. We don't live forever. I'm 55, right? So at some point, you want to pay your margin off. Unless you're continuing the business forever and you're going to pass it on, then that's fine. Like I said before, there's no problem with having margin. However, I want to have zero margin because all I want to do is get to $1 million. Everything after that is just cream on the top that I don't need. So there it is. I've amplified my gains by using margin, and it was the right thing to do. Obviously, it was the right thing to do. I've earned a lot more money using margin. I've poured gas on the fire, but now it's time to pay the gas man. All right? Got to pay the bill at some point. Doesn't go on forever unless you live forever. So I have made the decision now to adjust my strategy. My margin a few days ago was, if I put it up there, was 10 grand more than that. I reduced it by $10,000. I had my record month on YouTube, but it wasn't just YouTube. It was other the gains, the dividends. It was the fact that I've been able to reduce further my expenses. I've reduced my phone bill, my internet bill. My solar now is producing more in the UK on the house. So I'm spending less. So I've been able to, put more into my account. I've reduced my margin and my show is growing. My income is growing and my margin is coming down quicker and quicker. So I could, if I wanted to, buy more shares today. You can see I'm back over the 50%. I was around the 42, 43 just a couple of days ago. I'm back over the 50%. However, the markets are in FOMO mode right now. They're going to be in FOMO mode now because of our new president for a couple of months, and then it's going to go sideways. So do I want to be buying now? Absolutely not. My Coca-Cola is going to return. There it is. You see it already. J&J is going to return. Everyone now is getting FOMO'd in and buying everything, okay, which is great. All-time highs. But I'm an investor, not a gambler, and I'm not going to live forever. So I don't want to keep buying this now. This is bonkers. I only buy anyway when it goes down. You all know when I buy when it goes down and let everybody else buy on the way up. I bought my positions a long time ago, and now I'm just making money, and it's giving me a bigger and bigger buffer. My margin is just getting safer and safer and safer. However, I've got to pay it down, okay? Not because of any risk or danger or stress or drama. I sleep perfectly well at night, but you have to get it to zero at some point. I don't want to be 80 years of age with $1 million of margin because I'm not passing on the business. If I was, then I would be fine with that, but I'm not. I want to invest so me and Leah can spend our money until we die and have nothing left. So I don't anticipate now any major drops. It'll go up and up like crazy. It will then start going sideways as we go into the bear market, which we will in the autumn. It won't be necessarily a bad economy, but we'll go into a bear market. Things will start to trim and people will take some profits, okay? So things will come back down to maybe 5% up from where they are today. They'll go up 10% and they'll come back 5%, so they'll be up 5% from where they are today. So there's no point. There's no point buying at this level. I wouldn't anyway. I never have done. I only buy on the drops. But what I'm doing now is just going to be paying down margin like crazy. Every month when I get paid, I will reduce my margin. I've made my investments. I am in now easily to $1 million, maybe even more than that. The 10 million is still completely doable if I keep growing the way I'm growing with my business. Without margin. Now, margin is a good thing. It's worked. It's proven to work. But if I continue as I am, it will take me 5 years, 10 years to pay margin off. Well, that doesn't matter if, as I say, if you're passing it on and the business rolls on forever. But of course, I won't live forever. So I don't want to be 65, 70 years of age still in margin. Not that it concerns me. I just choose not to be. I don't want to be because I'm not greedy. I've got what I need. So now my strategy will change. However, one caveat to that. As I pay the margin down, lower and lower and lower, which I will month on month, month in, month out, if we get a dramatic macro dip, and I mean a dramatic macro dip, something really severe, like a major crash, I have now put myself in the position to be able to jump on that. So I'm always, remember I talk about 5-10 steps ahead. By this strategy, I'm building in future strategies. I'm not looking at today or tomorrow. I'm looking at 10 years. I'm looking so far ahead now that I'm building in the armor, the ammunition, the arsenal to be able to react to major downturns. And when I mean major, I don't mean little ripples on the pond. We've gone past that. That doesn't matter anymore. We've done all that. We've done that for 4 years, and now we've achieved that. Now what we're looking for is major corrections. I'm talking 20s, 30s, 40%. Now when those occur, if they occur, and at some point they will, but by then I could be hundreds of percent up, so I'll still be up. It won't make any difference to me now at this position. If those things occur, which they will at some point occur, I can then buy again. However, when I use margin then, I will more likely be virtually out of margin completely. I can go big time in, and then I can sell those shares and be happy to pay tax on those because now I've got plenty of money. It doesn't matter. I'm happy to pay tax and so on and so forth. Up to this stage, I've been about building the foundation and owning and acquiring more and more stock. So that is the final plan. And why it's a sad video is it's always sad to know when it's your last gig because we don't live forever. And as an investor, you have to consider these things, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with getting old. There's nothing wrong with it being your last gig. There's nothing wrong with dying, because eventually we all do. You have to build that into your strategy rather than blindly ignoring it and then finding things didn't work out the way you wanted to. So, as of today, my focus is to deliver the best service for you, which is exactly what I'm doing. That's why today's video could have been huge pump, or it could have been XRP up. It's not. It's members only. It's providing the best service to you, because if you always provide value to people, your business will grow. That is my priority, not selling videos or getting everyone to run in today because it's all about XRP and we're going to get rich in 5 minutes. I could have easily done that today. I chose to do something completely different, which is what I'm doing. My focus now is not to be chasing the market. I did my investments. I've invested steadily over 4 years. And now I just simply remain in, don't sell anything, pay down margin, and as the margin gets bigger and bigger and bigger, or sort of the allocation, the opportunities of margin gets bigger and bigger, I can then buy bigger and bigger dips when we get really big dips. Now, if you follow my journey and you go, wow, you've done amazing, congratulations, you started with $5,000, you're absolutely booming, you're absolutely right, there's defensive now coming back up, you're making record highs every 5 minutes, wow, look at that, nearly 152, a few moments ago you said it would be 160 quickly, you're doing it, you're absolutely doing it, 230,000 there, plus 30, that's $265,000, coming up to $350,000. Can you believe it? All from $5,000. And you're going to go, well, that's great for you, but I watch your show. How can I do the same thing? You're saying you're not buying any more. What am I going to do? You can do exactly the same thing because you are in a different time than me. You are starting your journey. If you're 20, if you're 30, you're starting your journey. If you're 40, you're starting your journey. If you're 55, 60, like me, then you've got to be considering the sort of positions that I'm taking. However, the strategies for you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, early 50s, even very early 50s, will be exactly what I have just done over the last 4 years. There'll be cycles for you to do exactly the same thing. The same thing. You can buy now, knowing that, okay, what if it dips? Doesn't matter. Do the same thing. Have the 4-year strategy and follow me the same, except you've got many, many years on me and you'll make a lot more money than I will ever be able to make. I'm just not going to live long enough to achieve what you can do. So there we go. There's my strategy. It's a sad day, but it's also the day you've worked for. Remember, I always said, it's not about the goal, it's about the journey. Even though I haven't got to $1 million, I have. I can see it. I know it's coming. All I've got to do is absolutely nothing other than work and provide the service to reduce my margin. And of course, if I stop working tomorrow for whatever reason, I can sell all of my shares, all the ones that I need to clear margin. Every single share now is in profit. I can reduce the margin. There's more than enough to pay the tax. And I've got a portfolio still of 151, soon to be 160,000 without having any margin whatsoever. So there you go. That's my story. That's my path. You can do the same thing. You're just now starting, or you're already on the path with me. It's a sad day, but it's not. Life is what it is. And if you face what it is and you deal with it, deal what's in front of you and make the most of it, that's the best you can do. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to face reality and deal with reality. This was the day I planned for. The day has come. Now I've got to switch my strategy once again. Click above my head for all the links, down below in the description, over here and over here for more videos I think you'll find useful. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right. Let me read all your comments. Sightless, I'm facing reality. We need to be born 30 years later. Was not easy to invest years ago. Things are very different. They are. Safa, hello Martin. Nvidia is going up so much. Also SMCI, yes, but the real money is in Nvidia. Be very, very careful if you're buying SMCI. That's all gambling right now. But really, I want to be absolutely clear. When everyone's getting excited, they're missing what actually is happening. If you look at my portfolio today, it's on fire. It's going up bonkers. It's huge gains. And people are going, well, Nvidia's up so much. Well, let me show you exactly what's going on. It's not Nvidia. It's up 3.71. Is it up as much as it should? Is that what's driving my portfolio? No. What's driving my portfolio today is the biggest position in the S&P is actually Apple, and that's underperforming. It's the financials and health sector. That's what I said is booming, and no one's paying attention to it. No one's talking about it. Everyone's just keep focusing on, oh, Nvidia's doing great. Nvidia's doing great. Microsoft doing great. Google's doing great. Yes, but that is not what's giving me that gain. It's the overall market that's going up. The underperformers, as I've said for 4 years, are underperforming, and now they're performing. That's why my market, my portfolio is exploding. Not, I'm getting gains pretty close to being Nvidia on its own as an individual stock without owning Nvidia individually. Of course I do. But anyway, there you go. Let's have a look. Like using the money, cash flow. I got a video that I will check it out. Martin, you got me in tears. Malk UK. I want $1 million in cash flow. Good God, we're all slowly dying. Good old Mike. Yeah, in your dreams. I want 1 million in cash flow. Me too. I'm not dreaming. I'll get there. Just watch. I want $1 million for real. I'll be dead by then. Fight. Need to learn about this margin business. I've got lots of videos, sightless. If you just go into Martyn Lucas Investor on YouTube, type it in, Martyn Lucas Investor, margin and margin call. I've got 2 major videos there that explain all of it. You just go and watch it. You type it in, Martyn Lucas Investor, margin and margin call, and you'll find my margin videos. I got 30 years and a stable income, trying to be my best to learn here. Thank you. Sightless, you're welcome. Fight Channel, you better hire a few Uber drivers to help you get there then. Fight, I believe you. Mike, number 1, cash flow, 1 million in a year through dividends, not Uber. Wow. Fight, I want to take that 100 grand and use it, high risk return, and take the larger chunk and adjust how to invest or cash flow and long-term cuts the way your money was handled last year. Vested for cash flow and long-term because the way the way our money was handled last year. Oh, I see. Posted my mug photo in breakfast bar. Well, as promised, I said to you, I now have a new way of adding you to the show. I said I would do this, and it's instant. We don't mess around. We don't mess around, do we? No, we don't. So I click on that. I click that. I'm doing it. Vanessa, I'm doing it for you right now. I'm doing it. I click that. I then click this. I then crop there. There. I make it look good for the show. There. I make you look lovely. You're already lovely, but now I make you even lovelier, right? Okay. Done that. Now I click. Now I do this. Now I click. I've done that. Where's my little button? Not that. Where's the little button? There's another little button. Oh, adjust. That's it. Click that. There we go. There we go. Just enhance the picture. Done that. Okay. Now what I do is I delete that. Tidy up my phone. Tidy up my phone. And now I add that. You're going to like this, Vanessa. You ready? You're going to like this. Add that. Add to album. Okay. Add that. I scroll to the bottom because it's my latest album. I add to the Lucas mugs. It's in the Lucas mugs. You are now in the Lucas mugs. I shall now go to that here. You'll watch me do it live on. Oh, I better bring it up first. Don't want to show any personal pictures. I mean, just in case. Leah would go, what? What's going on here? Lucas mugs. Lucas mugs. You should be in there. We need to wait for it to sync. Take a few seconds. It's on the way in. Oh, there we goes. There we goes. There we goes. There we go. There we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? So what I do is this. I have my little thing here. And I go play memory video. And we go here. We go here. Wait. I don't need that just yet. Sound. Whoops. Hang on. I've broken it. Yeah, here we go. There you go. These are the latest mugs. This is the Martyn Lucas Mugs playlist. If you are a member of our show and you have sent in a mug to Discord, members only, of course, take a picture, send it in. You'll be here for everyone to see. I'm really excited. Let me show you this right now. There you go. As the mugs come in, cheers, everybody. You'll see right at the end, our latest addition is Vanessa. There we go. I'm enjoying my giant latte mug. John Granfor, hope to be back on the show soon. Awesome stuff. I'm loving it. There's Bill. Look, not seen Bill for a while. Okay. These are all our mugs. There's the new AI one, Nvidia. There's Stacey Bailey. There's Mike. Hey, look at this. There you go. Here comes Vanessa. Here comes Vanessa. And boom, there she is. Fantastic. Right at the end there. Absolutely lovely. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. There's Vanessa. You can see right there at the end on the screen. She's got her New Year mug. Absolutely awesome. Thank you, Vanessa, for sending that in. So I told you, if you send me a picture via Discord, I have you on the show now within seconds. Is that better? Have I improved the system or what? Yes, and it's going to get better. I've got some other ideas as well. So there you go. There's Vanessa. Thank you, Vanessa. I hope everyone's tapped the like button today. Smash the like button. We're very low on numbers, but there it is because it's a members style video, not members only. It just appeals to the members rather than anyone who's just gambling. Today I changed the style of the show. Enough of the dying already. How much do people afford to put that much into the air, Stacey? I understand that why I did a video on that. I would do, but you need to know your own research about what I'm saying in that video. Fight Channel, we're going to hopefully talk to you later as soon as I can. I'm trying to talk to you. You're on my list all the time to talk to. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to get opinions also from people who have knowledge than myself right now. Not Mike, though. No, I wouldn't talk to Mike either. Mike's a bad idea. Gerardo Garcia, 23. I'm not sure what that means. Was it the members? Was it the likes? Let's go. Sold out Lake House. I'm a lot older than you are, Martin. I'm 65. I love it. Stacey, I love when people are honest and they tell their age. When I came to America, I told you the story. Leah says you can't ask people that. I said, what do you mean? You can't ask people about their age. You can't ask them how much their house costs. I said, well, why not? You can't learn anything. What's the point? Who cares? Everyone's 65 at one point. Everyone's one at one point. Everyone's got $1 million house at some point because it just goes up in price. Even if you buy a shed, it goes up to $1 million one day. It doesn't mean anything. It's just so you understand what's going on. And I hate the fact that people go, I can't tell you that. Well, what do you mean? I mean, it's like, it's like your car. How much your car costs? You can just Google it. I mean, well, Google it then. Well, you could just tell me 10,000. Right, now I know. Right, was that so painful? What is wrong? Why can't people just tell you? Who cares? How much was my phone? I'll tell you, $1,200. Woo! Same as everybody else who bought an iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's no secret. It just makes life easier when people tell the truth. I don't understand it. Anyway, well, sound plan. There you go. You like the plan, do you, Jenny B? It's a sound plan. I think it is. Makes Leah happy. Most importantly, it makes Leah happy. Leah doesn't like me having margin. Go, when are you going to get rid of this margin? Doesn't understand it, really. That's okay. That's okay. I study it every day. You probably don't understand it either, but I've explained it. We just have a lot invested for the past 14 years, but the more I learn, the more I'm questioning our investment portfolios. Savage Faith. I'm tired, man. Ain't got time to play. So I got 2,000 shares on Nvidia and up 10,830. No, you're up 10,831 today. Bloody hell, Matt. Great. Is VU S&P 500 at around 557? I'll tell you. VU is 557, yeah. Yeah. Martin, can't you make me a song from those lyrics? What lyrics? What lyrics? Up 12% today. Congratulations. I want to be able to, let me just go back to it again. I want to be able to just hand each younger kid 50 to 75 grand in 5 to 7 years. And the same for the older kids. See, I ain't doing that. I'm a tight-fisted sod. I don't care. All I care about is Leah. We're not doing that. I'm not giving money to anybody. In fact, that's not quite true. What we're doing, actually, we're giving it to charity. So if we don't spend it, we're giving it to charity. Leah likes cats. I like the environment. There you go. Cats and the environment. You got good stuff coming from me and Leah. Don't worry. Any cat that runs around, me and Leah got your back. And the environment, I've got your back. All right? So it's good times coming for the environment and cats. The first million is hard. That's very true. Thank you. I will be at the least to be blessed to give them. It will be at least be blessed to give them. See, no one ever gave me any money. I don't believe in giving your kids money. Everyone goes, well, that's not very nice, is it? I don't believe it. No one gave me any money. I did it myself. If you give your kids all this money, I had a friend of mine, him and his wife, they both had rich families and they both got free houses. Literally, they both got free houses. All right. And they said to me when I said that I don't have a free house, I had to work hard for my house. I didn't get a free anything. Right. And they went, well, your parents let you down then. And I went, well, that's a bit rude, isn't it? My parents did the best for me. They just didn't have your parents' money. So I went out and bought my own house. And I think I did better for it. Some people get things too easy. And I think it makes them weaker. I honestly believe that. I honestly believe if you come from money and people give you money, you get lazy. You don't work for it. And you can see that in society all the time. You look at people who are immigrants who have come to America, same as the UK, and you will see that many, I'm not talking illegal immigrants, I'm talking immigrants who come from a hard country and they come here to work. They work harder and they make more money. And then people go, oh, he's got to, because he worked harder. That's why. I think people who've got no money work harder. I think people who get free houses, free cars. When I was in the Lions Club, I'm not anymore, I haven't got time, but I was in the Lions Club and we'd have all these meetings and people would come from different organizations asking for money. And one of the things that the Lions, they do a lot in America, they actually have TV ads. I said to Leah, this is terrible. She said, well, this is what they do here. I said, I hate it. I hate it. There's always these adverts for donating your car to kids. Now, some of you are going to go, well, I like helping kids out. You shouldn't give your kid a car. What's all that about? And they actually have a charity where you donate your car. I'm not donating my car. I don't even have a car. But if I had, I wouldn't donate it to a kid at 16. Go out and earn it. Go out and buy your own bloody car. Now, if you don't like it, if you think, well, that's not very nice, I'm not going to watch you anymore. This is why we grow a portfolio. This is why we build stuff. And that's why you follow, right? You don't want to follow a channel that loses money. You want to follow a channel that makes money. We all make money, right? I don't believe, I've always believed, giving a kid a free car is wrong. And all these charities that just keep giving kids free cars, I think it's terrible. And there was one meeting we had, and I actually stood up. And everyone was really upset with me. Still stood up and said it. I was at a Lions Club meeting, and it was graduation. they were talking about kids graduating. And they said, we've got this big event coming up and we want the Lions Club to help us support it. And I went, all right, I can raise money easy. What do you want to do? They said, what we want to do, we want to give all these kids a really great night out. We want to give them free cars. We want to give them PlayStations. We want to buy them all this stuff. And I went, whoa. What do you mean? This is a charity. I want to help starving children. I want to help people in a war zone. What do you mean? What exactly are we doing here? We're giving kids all these prizes and money, cash prizes and PlayStations, if they agree to stay in on graduation night. What do you mean? Well, on graduation night, they go out round the town, run havoc, girls get pregnant, people take drugs, people crash their cars, and all the rest of it. And we don't want that for our town, so we're going to pay them to stay in and bribe them. What? This is a charity? What's going on? What's going on? When I was a kid, my dad wouldn't let me out. I'd get a smacked ass. What are you on about? Yeah, but the world ain't like that anymore. What the world ain't like that anymore because you're paying kids to stay in. Well, yeah, but that's how it is. I said, you've come to the Lions Club to ask me to raise money to give your kids PlayStations and cash prizes so they don't go out and run riot on graduation night. Do you know what I did when I graduated? Nothing. I got on my bike and I rode home. On last day of school, I rode home. I didn't get a prize for turning up. Everyone gets a prize just for turning up. I said, I didn't even get anything. I was just told to bugger off and go home. So I did and got a job, and here I am today. So I'm not gonna raise money to give your kid a free car if he behaves himself and stays in. If he doesn't stay in, he gets a clip round the ear hole. What's going on? And I stood up and said that, and all the other lions went, "Oh, we don't like Martyn Lucas. You're not very nice to children." I said, "What the hell? You know, you got to earn respect. You don't just give them free money. Happy Christmas. Don't go out and have a laugh and smash up the place. Let me pay you to stay in." Oh, God. Anyway, so you can probably understand, the Lions Club didn't like that. Well, I said, well, I raised more money than any one of you, which I did. I raised more money than anybody at the Lions Club. And I said, I did all these theatre shows, made loads of money for the Lions Club. So I'm not here to give money away for that. That's ridiculous. Just tell them to sort themselves out. Anyway, people need to stand up to all this nonsense and get it sorted out. Anyway, that's what I think. So there's going to be none of me giving money to anybody. All right, that's other than cats and the environment. All right, okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what you say. What are your thoughts on Cheesecake Factory? I like cheesecake. I can make us one. Go for it. Too late to get in. No, it's never too late to eat a cheesecake. Leswin, get to the chopper. Hello, everyone. LEB, getting there, get it on Mike. Matt Dillon, rooting for you on TPET, bro. Martyn, will you bless me with $100 XRP? You're not even a member of the channel. Why should I give you $100 XRP? We do giveaways, Donald. But you can't just come in and say, give me $100, because guess what? You ain't getting nothing. You can win it on the show. We often do it. But anyway, Jason Cook, I sold TPET. Gerardo Garcia's laughing. You're seeing, good morning. I bought Rocket Labs at 5 to 7, still holding on them. I think they launched the Rocket in April, May, will go up to $100. Oh my. Why will it go to $100? It's so overbought, it's crazy. It's still not making any money, you're seeing. You do realize that, right? Anyway, it's a great business. Well, more of a product than business right now. I like Rocket Lab, but everyone keeps overpaying for it all the time. You've got huge profits. You can't lose now. You bought it when it was really low. I get it. But people are overbuying it. And you can see that because the moment you get good news, which wasn't even good news, you got Elon Musk saying about putting a flag in Mars, up goes the price. It was based upon nothing and then went straight back down today. People took profit. So they weren't that convinced in it, were they? There you go. My daughter was like you. My daughter was like, how old are you, Mum? Bless your child, I said. I'll take it. Good God. Can me and Mike have a few shares? Yes, I love cats. There you go, Mike. You'll love me when I pass away. Me and Leah pass away, mate. You'll get loads of money for your cat. 14,000 shares of bin video are cooking. 14,000 shares of bin video are cooking. Do them. That doesn't even make any sense. Martyn, what about the dogs, man? What about the dogs? Sorry, Leah. Look, Leah's in charge of the pets. She likes cats. That's her choice. She doesn't like dogs. Sorry, she doesn't. Likes cats. I, on the other hand, like the environment. Trees, the ocean, that stuff like that. That's me. So, sorry, cats, trees, you win. Everyone else, you lose. Loving it about S&P. My question is, if I use leverage, is it a good idea or not? As margin is different and can't really know, and you don't really know anything about margin. Alex, do you want to call in and have a conversation with me about margin? And I will explain it. There you go, Alex. The phone line is open. Alex, if you want to call in, here's the phone line. I will talk to you about margin. There you go. Or anybody else for that matter, we'll have a phone in. There you go. Phone in, pin to the top. If anybody wants to call in and discuss margin, I will explain it to you. No one knows more about margin than me because I've been in it. I've been out of it. I've been margin called. I've made money. I've lost money. There's nothing else to know about margin. I know everything about margin. Should never say that, but I think actually on this subject, there's not much more to know about margin. It's not that complicated. I'm a dog person. All cat people are the enemy. There you go. Me and Patrick. Don't expect Patrick to be a member for much longer. He's not having it. Well, if that's true, then I'm a beast. There you go. I'm a beast. Go on. Phone in. XRP. Hoping way up, especially after Treasury lie yesterday. Hoping way up, especially after Treasury lie. No idea what that is. Please explain what you mean by that, sending it into Discord and so on. If you're going to use margin, you have to buy an investment that you pay dividends for. The dividends can pay your margin interest. Alex is on the phone. Here he is, guest number one. We're going to bring him in. We're going to have a discussion about margin. Well, that's what I can do for my kids. They earn their own money for their investments. My kids have worked hard and have more responsibilities than a lot of kids. Good for you, Savage. You're nicer than me. To be honest, Stacey, you're just nicer than me. I'm not nice. I'm not a nice person. That's essentially what it is. When it comes down to it, Stacey, you love your children and you want to give them money. I'm just a miserable old Scrooge and I'm giving it to no one. My money goes to Leah. You know why? Because Leah loves me, takes care of me, and she brings me tea and she cuddles me and she makes me lovely dinners. My life with Leah is good. So my money's on Leah. There's no question about it. I get messing around. I know where to put my money. I love your plan. I grew up without a lot. I want my peace and freedom from worrying about unnecessary things. You are dead right, Vanessa. Dead right. If I do, then I just need an envelope. I'm not sure what that means. I don't enable anyone. Just leads to lazy. There you go. There you go, Stephen. Exactly, Martyn. I have 6 kids and I will provide everything they need, but I will not pay their way for everything. I'm saving a little for their education, but the rest they will need to work for. There you go. Good morning, ladies and gents. F. Caban, how are you? Mike True. Aha. If you give a poor kid a car, they can drive to work, make money, and boost the economy. Do they have to have a car? I mean, I didn't have a car. I bought my first car was £100. £100, which is about $150. It was a rust bucket. Anyone can afford that. If you could put gas in the car, you can afford to buy a $150 car, right? It worked. It didn't look very good. It was covered in rust, but it worked. Then I bought a better one. Then I earned some money. You don't have to give a kid. I've seen the cars that kids get for free in America. It's like a brand new car. It's like, what is all that about? I've seen it. I've gone, is that for free? I didn't have a car that good when I was 40. What's going on? And I go around their house and they got a house bigger and better than I had. In fact, they got a house bigger than I've got now. And I'm 55 and I'm married. Bloody hell. My son, 23, is working full-time, plus he has his own side business with Amazon and eBay, making him extra 30 grand. Good for him. Nice one, Liberian. I want them to have time to enjoy life, not just work and grind the hamster wheel. But you know what, Stacey? It's fun to grow and to work. If you make life fun, it is fun. Like me, I love to work. If you go, they can enjoy life when they're rich, they've missed out on the growth. They've missed out on the building. They've missed out on the hungry years. You need to be hungry. You need to struggle. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. My son is turning 17 and I plan to give him a car. My car, it's got a lot of miles but drives great. However, he needs to have good grades, work part-time to pay towards insurance. There you go. I love bees. Well done for your little one. Donate $1 to each of her merch purchases and sales of honey and baked goods to save the bees. I like that. I like that. Do you know how important the bees are? Very, very important. My parents gave me nothing. They learned me to work for it. I'm now 35. I have more money than my parents and I help them. That's a nice way of doing it. I will call now, says Alex. He's on the phone waiting to call in. I think there will be a healthy balance while teaching your kids to earn it. Liam must have never owned a Great Dane or Cats would be a Broadway play. I like cats. I like animals. Okay, let's get to the bottom of it. Let's get into it. We've got my mate here, Alex. He wants to talk about margin. What's margin all about? Well, let's have a talk about it right now. Let's bring him on the show. Alex, welcome to the show. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon from UK. Everything is all right. Hopefully, you're all well as well.
Yes, we're all well. It's good to have you here. I like this. We've got a good thing. Look, I'm looking this way. It looks like we're looking at each other. Perfect. And we are actually, because the way I told you yesterday, if you watch the show, I actually look into people's faces rather than down the camera lens. So it's nice. Good. Right, Alex, thanks for calling in. We're going to be live all day today. I can see it. I've still got to make lots of videos, lots of earning calls. And now you've completely messed up my schedule by wanting to talk about margin. So what's your knowledge of margin right now? What do you think it is?
So I'm not gonna lie. I'll say I have absolutely no idea about margin. I've read about it, and in my mind, I'm thinking it as like how you are taking a loan from a bank and they charge you with a percentage. That's how I understood it, but I'm pretty sure that I'm wrong.
You are. You're partially right. But there's more to it than that. And this is going to be a great conversation because rather than me just say, what margin is, and I've done that on lots of videos, you can now stop me and ask questions and how it relates to you. So let's start from the beginning. Okay, let's go out to the beginning then. That's a great place to start. As an investor, you're looking to own assets that will then go up in value in the future. The very definition of an asset is something you can own that can return you a profit and grow into the future. People say, well, as if I buy a car, is a car an asset? Well, if you buy a car for your business and it earns you money, it can be a capital asset. You start the business, you buy a car so you can go to work and earn more money than the car costs, then the car could be an asset. But on paper, to a CPA or an accountant, a car is a liability because a car actually loses money. It depreciates. It goes down in value. It might enable you to earn money, but that's just a byproduct. The actual car itself is a liability. You don't want to own a car, really, because it loses money. You want to own assets, things that go up in value, things that provide you with an income. So if you start by investing, one day your assets will return you so much money that you don't need to earn any money because the assets themselves provide you with an income. Money is now working for you. Money and assets are providing you with an income. So as an investor, we are looking to buy investments that will grow and return a profit, and one day providing us enough money from themselves without having to sell them to perpetually keep us on the never-ending wheel of income without ever having to earn any money again. That's what an investment is. So we start buying investments, and then we want to pour gas on the fire. We want to accelerate it. All right. Now, businesses borrow money. Businesses with profit who do not need any money from anyone borrow money. Amazon have loads of debt. Apple have loads of debt. And you go, why on earth do they have debt? They don't need debt. I thought debt was bad. They're paying interest on debt. It's an expense they could just wipe out. However, they borrow money because they know the money they borrow can make them more money than the cost of borrowing it.
So that's margin, right?
Well, we'll get into it. We're sort of explaining the definition of what an investment is, and then what borrowing money is, and then we come on to margin, right? So they borrow money to make more money. So in other words, if I borrow $10,000 and it costs me 5% in interest to borrow that $10,000, but I make 30% on the stuff that I bought, I'm 25% up, right? Make sense?
Uh-huh.
Makes sense. Right. So that's why people borrow money in business, because they reinvest the money that they borrowed to do more with their business. Now, we're not a business. We're investing in those businesses. So we don't go to the bank and say, can I have $10,000, please, to buy some stocks? We don't get a bank loan to do this, because if we did that, we've got a monthly payment every month over a period of time, and so on and so forth. Margin doesn't work like that. Bank loans are designed to buy an item, a product, or a service, not to buy stocks and shares, even though somebody might do that. They might remortgage their house and then they get the money and they buy stocks. That's up to them. But that's not the right way of doing it. It's a very inefficient way of doing it. People borrow money at the bank to buy a house, a car, a yada, yada, yada. All of those things are liabilities, other than a house, of course, if it's a house that's going up in value. Everything you buy, new kitchen, holidays, whatever, liabilities. We don't want that on this show. We don't do any of that stuff. We don't spend money. We make money, right? So we want to invest. So how do we pour gas on the fire? For me, the S&P 500, for all the reasons I've given before, we won't go into that again. I want to buy the S&P. I want to get to $1 million in the next few years, not in the next 30 years, because I'm 55 years of age. I only started investing properly a year ago. So I haven't got the time like you've got. Doesn't mean I should use margin more or less, though. Still the right time and wrong time. It's not all about age. However, I identified that the stocks that I own, the S&P in my case, were undervalued. I want to buy more. Now, I can wait until I've earned more money, the old-fashioned way, going to work. For me, it's YouTube. For you, it's whatever you do. But by the time I've earned the money, the stocks have gone up. Obviously.
Yeah.
Right? That's obvious. So I don't want to wait 5 years to be able to buy what I'm going to buy in 5 years from now. I want to buy it today. Obviously, because in 5 years it's going to go up. But to do that, there's a cost involved. Because if the brokerage, which is what we're talking about, we're going to get a loan now from the brokerage where we buy our shares. We're not going to the bank, we're going to the brokerage. The brokerage is going to lend me money to buy stocks at today's prices for the price of the interest. That's it. Okay? Now, it's very different than borrowing money, because when the bank give you money, that deal's done. You've bought the item, you bought the product, it's now depreciating, because the chances are you bought something that's going to go down in value. That's just what we do with our bank loans and car loans. With margin, you've used the bank's money, the brokerage's money, which is in their system, to buy the stocks, which is in their system. You haven't gone outside of the system, right? They hold the shares. So, and it's worth understanding that, because people often say, what happens if your brokerage goes bust? Where's all your money go? Where's all your shares go? All your shares are held at custodians. Robinhood, if they go bust, doesn't take my shares with them. Those are my shares. They are shares of those companies, Apple, Microsoft, whatever, and they are held in separate custodians away from Robinhood. Robinhood do not own my shares. It's worth understanding that. All this is you need to know before you do margin, right? So you're not, you're not taking any risk with, borrowing money or buying stocks from your brokerage because they don't own the stock. They are just the system which enables you to purchase them, and they make micro profits on them, but they're held in custodian in other places, and don't confuse that with your cash. Your cash is insured up to 2.5 million, I think it is, with Robinhood, just like a bank does, but in fact more. They pay insurance to cover that. But your stocks are held with the businesses, but they are in custodian from outside sources, lots of them. So you're protected there. The whole world would have to go bankrupt for you to lose your shares, and then it wouldn't matter anyway, right? So the brokerage says you can have some margin, you can have some borrowed money, you can have our money, essentially, to buy shares, right? So you're buying assets. You don't want to be using margin, the brokerage's money, to buy liabilities. So you don't want to be buying extremely risky assets that are very likely to go up and down and all the rest of it. You don't want to do that. If you like Binky Bonk and it's up one day 100% and down 100% the next day, that's very, very risky to use margin to buy that, because the asset was already risky and now you've poured gas on it. And if you pour gas on an asset that goes up 100%, you make 200%. You could double it. However, if it goes down 100%, you go down 200%, right? You double, right?
Sorry,
I can see you jumping in there.
Is it this one? Is this all about what you said about Japan when they used the margin for the Trump coin?
Correct. What happened in Japan, people in America or people abroad or all over the world, they went to Japan because the interest rates were low to borrow money, margin, leverage, different names for it, to purchase American stocks. When Japan increased the interest rate overnight, vroom, margin went up, vroom, because margin can change at any moment. Robinhood can say to me, Robinhood could say margin's going up to it. The cost of the cost to borrow is going up or going down. So far, Robinhood, and they don't have to, so far, every time the Fed reduces rates, they reduce margin by the same amount. Very, very good. They don't have to. They could just leave it where it is. Right? You don't always think they're going to do that. Don't build that into your strategy. But that's what happens. And what happened in Japan was the rates went up, margin went up. Everybody got margin called because the cost of borrowing went up, and it took everybody. What happened is it readjusted the margin maintenance line. We'll come on to that in a minute. But the risk, the sort of safety net moved because the rates went up, the cost going up. The safety net to protect the bank, to protect the brokerage went up. Everyone got tripped out. It was like a trip switch. Everyone had to sell to cover their margin. What did that mean? All the stocks got sold. The market went down. I came in and went, thank you very much. I'll buy that. Right? That's what the carry trade was. An unwinding of trades all happened overnight within a few hours. Okay? That's not all of it. There's many more that didn't unwind, but that's what happened. So that's what that's about. So you borrow money to buy the stocks that you want. Now, every stock is got a risk factor to it. The S&P is the lowest, 25% margin, maintenance line. Now, what that means is you have from 25% up to 100%. 100% is the highest risk. So if you bought something very risky, 100%, 25% is the lowest risk. There's nothing below 25%, right? What that means is if you borrow some money, say here, you borrow some money to buy a stock and it's here. If it's got a 25% margin maintenance line, the maintenance line means you've got to do something. You've got to maintain, fix something. If it falls below a certain level, right? You've got a bigger drop because it's only 25%. You've got a bigger drop. If it's 100%, you've hardly got any room for maneuver. Think of it that way, right? So a stock, an asset with a 25% margin is regarded as low risk. So there's a bigger room for it to fall. So as the stock, if you bought here and the stock goes up, let's say you have $100 in cash in the stock and you've borrowed $100 of margin. So you've doubled the position. Make sense?
Yeah,
That's when
absolutely.
I talk about it goes up by double. If you put more in, it can go up by more than double. Or you put less, it can go down more or less than double, right? When I talk about double is because I like to go 50% in maximum with margin. So I've got basically 1 for 1. So in other words, I've got $100 of my own money and I borrow $100 of the brokerage's money. So when I go up, I double. When I go down, I double. Okay? You could buy more. There are people who go, I've gone 4x margin, 4 times the amount of margin. So I put 100 in and I borrowed 4. So when it goes up, you got 4 times. But when it goes down, it goes down 4 times. Okay, so you've bought an asset and you've bought margin and you know your risk because you know it's the S&P, it's got minimum risk. It's still got risk, but minimum, right? And you've done like me, you keep it around the 50% margin maintenance line. That's my position when I would get margin called. So when the stock goes up, I go up by double. When it goes down, I go down by double. Whatever that asset does, I'm always doubling it one way or the other. So you buy here and the asset starts going down, okay? The maintenance line is sitting down here. This is when you've got to jump in and do something, all right? And it comes down, it comes down, it comes down, and it hits the margin maintenance line. Now, just before it, you'll get a warning saying you're approaching your margin maintenance line. What do you want to do? You can sell a stock to reduce the margin. You can add some cash to reduce the margin, or do nothing. If you do nothing and stick your head in the sand and it keeps falling, as it hits that line, you get margin called. Now then,
you lose the money or
right. When I first started doing this, it was like terrifying. Oh my God, I'm going to lose all my money. And then people like Meet Kevin with millions of subscribers to everybody, you could go bankrupt, you could lose your house. Everyone comes around and takes your house from you. Oh my God, I'm terrified. And I got margin called live on the show. I wanted to see what would happen because I wasn't quite as scared as he was trying to paint out. I thought that doesn't make sense. I've already understood it, but not as much as I did by learning from it, experience. What happens is this. Obviously, Robinhood's a business. If they lend you money to buy stocks within their system, it's not like giving you money to buy a car and now the car's been scrapped. There's no asset left. They've got your shares. They feel very comfortable doing that because they've still got your shares on the system. Right? It's all inside the system. It's their money to buy their shares until you pay them off. It's their shares, really. You're getting the benefit, but they've got it, right? So what happens is this. As it starts to fall and it hits the maintenance line, that's when the risk gets too great. That's the position they go, you got to do something about this because, we don't want to lose our money. If you do nothing and you just disappear and say, oh, I can't cope with this, they will start to sell your shares to cover the maintenance to bring you up. So you've effectively just sold an asset when it was down. Well, we don't want to do that. We want to sell stocks when they're up, not when they're down, because if we keep doing that, you keep losing money and eventually you'll have zero. But remember, if you keep losing money and eventually have zero, you still owe the money that you borrowed. Obviously, they still want their money back. They're not going to go, well, don't worry. The S&P's gone down in value, so you don't need to pay us anymore. Well, no, you still borrowed money to buy the asset. You've got to pay us back. So as you get a margin call, and that only happens if you do nothing and disappear and don't pay attention. As you get a margin call, let's say you go under the maintenance line. It goes down by $1. You're only $1 under the magic margin call line. Robinhood won't do anything straight away. They'll allow you time to fix it. They say within a day. For me, I'm watching it. I was doing it second by second. So I didn't get a threatening letter or anyone knocking on my door. Nothing like that happened. And it wouldn't happen anyway. It went below $1 or $10, whatever it was. And I can't remember whether I added some money or I sold something and it went above. That was it. That was my margin call experience all over. Then it carries on going down again. You got to do it again. And obviously, if you keep doing that, eventually you're going to sell for losses, have nothing left. And that's why I was down $30,000. I lost 30 grand before I rebalanced my portfolio. I didn't have the cash to just put in and hold the shares. I had to sell them on the way down, right? That's what happened. So that's how margin call works. It goes below the line and you've got to do something about it. So that's essentially how it works. Now, if it comes back up again and you've already sold, too bad, right? You sold the stock. It's gone. You can't ring up Robinhood and go, oh, it's gone up now. Can I have my money back? It's been sold. The transaction has happened and you lost money. So that's essentially how margin works. Now, when the stock goes up, it's the opposite way around. You're doubling your profit and you're increasing your gains. It's why you see my portfolio move a lot faster than the market. The market might be up 1% today, but I'm up 2% because I'm obviously in margin. That's how you can see an account that's in margin, because obviously can't be. If I'm only in the S&P and I've beaten the S&P, well, something doesn't make sense. Well, it's because I'm in margin, right? I pay, because of the level of margin I've got, 5.25% interest on that money. It's actually $17 a day. $17.69 a day I am paying to borrow that amount of money on my positions, right? Well, I make a lot more than $17 a day, but don't think of it just on the overall. I've got to think of the $17 on the amount that I have borrowed, because I'm 50-50. So half of my gains is my own money. I'm only paying interest on the money I borrowed, right? So I'm making it's costing me $17 a day on just the half that I'm margined with. Makes sense? So am I making, in other words, am I making $34 a day? Double that? Well, yes, I am. Way more than that. It's been about $1,000 a day now for the last few weeks. So yeah, I'm way up than that. So that's fine. But when I talked about today that I'm going to finally start reducing my margin, is because I'm not going to live forever. And if I carry on the way I am, I'm going to be 70 years of age still paying the margin off. And as I've explained, that doesn't matter if I was a business revolving on forever, because you just keep passing the business on. But I'm a human being and I don't want to be at 70 with margin. Not that it matters, really, but I choose not to have any margin left. I want to be completely, all my money is there. I've got what I want. But essentially, margin enables you to pour gas on the fire and amplify the gains. But it also amplifies the losses. And if you make money or lose money, you've still got to pay it back. And that's it. But what's really wonderful, what I like about margin as opposed to borrowing money. Someone said, oh, I'm going to remortgage my house. I'm going to remortgage my house and stick it on, on the stock market. You remortgage your house, you borrowed against your house rather than borrowed against the stocks, right? Your house is now vulnerable and you've got to pay a monthly fee every month. With me, with margin, there's no monthly direct debit. There's no standing order. There's no every month I've got to pay so much back to margin. I'm just in margin and I'm paying the daily rate every day, and every month they charge me that money. They'll deduct about $400 at the moment, roughly about $430 a month. They will deduct that from my balance. My balance on once a month goes down by about $430. It just gets absorbed. They kind of add it, they just deduct my balance because they take that fee.
So they keep on track on that. Like if you, for example, if you have like $1,000 and you take, is it half of it? You take a margin, or you can take another 1,000, or how does it go?
Right. You, the more money you've got invested, so the bigger customer you are, the more margin they will give you, so you can have more. If you've only got $1,000, you can't even have margin. I don't believe, not on Robinhood anyway. I think it's 20,000 is whatever number it is. You will see that on your account, but or any brokerage. Every brokerage is different. The more money you have, so the better customer you are, the more they'll give you. Makes sense, right? But you can't have cash in the brokerage account and margin at the same time. You've spent all your money's invested. You haven't got any cash sitting in your buying power. It's zero. You've now gone over the line. You're now borrowing money, so you're using their money. Right?
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Understand? Yeah. Right. Yeah. People often say that. Well, I've got $1,000 in cash. Well, no, you haven't. If you're in margin, you've used all your money. They don't lend you any money until you've spent all your money, because there's no point, right? I mean, you can't. Yeah. You've still got your own money. So once your money's spent, and mine all is, I'm always fully invested. I don't believe in money in the bank. I don't believe in money in cash. Serves no purpose at all, because I've every single one of my shares now, every single one is in profit. Every single share. I started buying the S&P January the 20th, 2024. Okay, so I can sell the share I bought back in January 2024. It's nearly 40% up from where it was a year ago, right? I was buying the S&P around about 380 or 420, or now we're at 555. So I can go, all right, I need some money. What am I going to do? I'm going to sell one of my shares from a year ago, and I've got $555, about 80, 90 bucks is profit. Hey, brilliant. That will go against my margin. Or I can just take that money out. I can just send that money back to my bank account to pay my bills. For me, because I use the Robinhood Gold Card to pay all my bills, I will use the Robinhood Gold Card, get 3% back, and then I'll pay off my Gold Card if I had no income from YouTube at all by selling a share. That would just go out of my account. That's me taking out of my account, and that's how it works.
See, I've got. I don't have a Robinhood. Like the first, is it kind of like a platform? Can we call it a platform or just an online site?
Robinhood is a broker, a stock brokerage system. Whether you are TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, there's all kinds of ways. You can't access the stock market without going through a broker. You go through a brokerage. You can't, unless you work at Wall Street and you're sat there on the machines. Everyone goes through a brokerage to buy stocks. You might go through your bank. Your bank, Merrill Lynch is what Bank of America use. They have got a thing called Merrill Lynch, or whatever it's called. They allow you to buy shares through them. But everyone buys shares through a broker.
Right.
It's the broker that lends you the money. Sorry?
Is it eToro broker, or is
Correct.
It just a company?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right. Because when I started, I've got the eToro for over almost 2 years now. Mm-hmm. And I don't think they are giving margin.
Not everybody does. And it might depend on how much money you've got as well. And you turn margin on. It's an option. You can have a cash account on Robinhood or a margin account. I can turn margin off and it won't even be there. And that's with Robinhood. You have to first of all qualify by having so much money in your account, because who's going to lend you money if you haven't got any money? You've got to prove yourself, right? So you've got to start small. You don't start by having margin, and you shouldn't anyway, because you don't know how it works. And maybe not all brokerages do it. I think most brokerages do, but there's either one, you haven't hit the criteria to get it, or you've not turned it on. You've got a cash account, and in your options and in your settings, it will be, I want margins. Like options. Options aren't by default in your Robinhood. You turn them on or turn them off. I've got them turned on. I can show you options all the time, but I don't use options.
Right. Okay. That makes sense, to be honest, because I mostly on every time that I was buying an asset, I was using leverage. And
that's
when I told
margin, that's margin. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Leverage.
Oh, right. Okay.
Leverage is the same thing. And that worries me. You don't know that. This is why this phone call is a good idea.
It is. In these 5 days, I've learned loads of things from you, from our conversation that we have. And I really do appreciate that. So That's why I was watching like on what's it called? Where they show you the money, like on the bottom side on eToro, for example. It was showing like every day minus something. So is that because of the margin?
I am not familiar with eToro. I've seen it. I don't like it. I wouldn't use it. Aren't you in America?
No, I'm in UK.
Sorry. Have you not got Robinhood UK?
I've been thinking about it, to be honest, to create one.
You get 5 free shares with my referral. You get free shares straight away. You don't got to do anything.
I didn't know that.
Right. In the chat right now, there's Robinhood UK. I've just put it in the chat. You click on that, set up a Robinhood account. You get free shares. I get free shares, and you can tell me what you got, and I'll share it on the screen. You don't have to do it right this second, but strongly recommend you do that because it's free shares. Now, Robinhood UK is the Robinhood USA. It's the same. You buy the US stocks. You can buy what I'm buying. Not everything's right, but Robinhood UK is not fully built out the same way as Robinhood US. It's developing. It's brand new. It's only been out about 6 months. So it's not as good as Robinhood UK, but there is margin on it. I'm not saying you should use margin. I'm not telling you what to do. But if you get Robinhood UK, I'm really excited now because I'll see what you get. But you'll get some free shares. I get free shares. It's free money after all. So there you go. So you should definitely get that. But yeah, any other questions? Anything at all?
No, to be honest, I feel embarrassed now that I never thought that margin is the same with leverage. Because
not at all. No, not at all. It's got a different name. Why would you? It's borrowed money. You're leveraging. You're throwing gas. You're amplifying your gains and your losses. Some people call it leverage. Some people call it margin. But essentially, you're borrowing their money, and you're paying interest, right?
Right.
Do you know that? Do you know what you're paying in interest?
I can't remember, to be honest, right now.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Robinhood are the lowest in the industry. That's why I use it. I pay 5.25. Charles Schwab, you've heard of Charles Schwab, right? Obviously, eToro, TradingView, they're like 11, 12%. I don't know what eToro is, but I bet you it's about the same. I've no idea. But I tell you what.
It's more than 13.
13%.
I think so. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to.
Right. You 100%. Unless you are a very, very successful trader, and 95% of traders lose money, and so are you the best trader in the world? I'm not. No. Right. You've got no business at all using leverage at 13%. Because many people will say that the S&P only performs 10 to 13% a year. Now, it's done 30% this year. I've made 30% because I've been buying macro dips. But most people are lucky to make 10% a year. That's kind of the average. And you're paying 13%. So you're paying more than you're making on the S&P. Now, yeah, of course, if you use leverage margin at 13% to buy an asset that's gone up 1,000%, you've done well. But now you're buying very risky stocks with margin, and you're paying 13% interest when you could have borrowed money at Robinhood at 5% or 5.25%.
I will definitely set up an account on that. Definitely.
It's a no-brainer. Not even debatable, is it?
No, not really. Like, as I said on the first video, people make mistakes. And that's why I like having.
You got to make mistakes.
Absolutely. Otherwise, you're not learning anything. And I like the Albert Einstein a quote that he used, that people who are not taking risks or they're not failing, they are not even trying.
That's correct.
So
correct. Well, today on this call, you now know what margin is. You are going to instantly save 50% of your interest costs just by using by Robinhood. You're going to get some free shares, so you just gain some money. It might be $5, it might be $200. I don't know. Everyone's different, right? No one knows. But you've just gained by calling in today, 100%. I mean, no doubt about it. You should definitely not be borrowing money at 13%. I would never do that. I wouldn't buy the S&P. I would not be buying the S&P 100% paying 13%, because you're basically paying to get the same thing. There's no point.
Yeah.
So if I was in your position, and I can't give financial advice, we're just having a conversation in public in front of everybody, I would be doing my damnedest to either bring cash in and pay off the margin, what you've got, the leverage that you've got on those stocks, sell them if they're profit, but consider the tax, compare that. But I would not be in margin at 13%. No sense into that whatsoever.
Yeah, definitely. No, absolutely. Like, and I use the same expression. Like, I've got people from work that they ask me about investing and everything, and I say, guys, I only know like 1%. I always gonna use that expression. Like, I know less than anybody, because I'm not gonna play the smart guy or anything. There are other guys that they are investing for years. They are basically having 50% more or 70% of more knowledge than me. So I use the same expression. I don't give a financial advice or anything. I can tell you my opinion, and then it's up to you what you're gonna decide. But you just provided me the facts.
All right. Anything else before I let you go?
No, absolutely. Thank you very much for explaining that.
Welcome. You're a member
I
of the
really
channel.
appreciate
You can call in any time, ask any question you want. We're here to help and support people, but I'm really glad now. Click on that link, get your Robinhood set up, get your free shares. Tell me in the chat what you've got. The moment you get it, I can go on and I can see what I win as well, because I'll win something. It's normally $5. I normally win. I think you get the better deal. You should do anyway. Yeah, I would love to hear from you in 6 months or a year going, I've cleared all that 13% leverage. I'm not in any of that anymore. That makes no sense. The only winner there is eToro.
Thank you very much.
I wish you all the best. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank
there
you.
we go. Alex called in today. There you go. He's going to be a lot richer today by the time he puts all those things in place. Very, very good. I'm really pleased. I'm so glad he called in. So there's an important lesson there. He had no idea what the difference between leverage and margin, and he was happily going along 13+% on leverage. You're never going to make any money doing that. And of course, unless you're buying something that's going up 100%, but you don't want to be in margin at 13% unless you're the greatest trader in the world and you think you can outperform everybody. Otherwise, that would be very risky. Anyway, Martyn, please put a link to Robinhood referrals for both of you. Okay, here is Robinhood referrals. There's the Robinhood USA. There's Robinhood UK in the chat. It's also below every single video. It's in every video. It's on the website. It's everywhere you look for me, you see that. All right, it's in the newsletter. It's on the website. It's below every video, below every live stream, and it's in the chat for you right now. Free shares for everyone. Pedro, good afternoon. We've got a guest from Portugal here today. Martyn, you've got a Portuguese team right here. Portugal. Alrighty. Okay, let's have a bit of Portuguese on the show. I visited, don't tell me, Lisbon several times, the Algarve. I love Portugal. Portugal. Let me put on the show our flags and let me speak to you in Portuguese. Just bear with me. Here we go. English. I will adjust it to Portuguese. Here we go. Right. Welcome all our guests and friends from Portugal today. I have visited Portugal many times. A wonderful, very friendly country. Lovely to have you here. We aim to be the most honest, real, live channel on YouTube TV. Live 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. We have a whole network. This channel, the extra channel, and the music channel. I'll put the links in the chat. Would love to welcome you as members. We are here as a global family, and we're here to help you. Thank you. Welcome, Portugal.
Bem-vindo a todos os nossos convidados e amigos de Portugal hoje. Visitei Portugal muitas vezes em um país maravilhoso muito amigável. Amo você para ter você aqui. Pretendemos ser o canal da vida real mais honesto na TV do YouTube ao vivo 12 horas por dia 5 dias por semana. Temos uma rede inteira neste canal, o canal Extra e o canal de música que eu colocarei os links no bate.
Alex, I have no debt at all, no loans, no credit cards, just have to see the margin on eToro and pay off. There you go. I agree with you, Stephen. Just my opinion. Porto is my hometown. There we go. A bit of Portuguese coming in. Right. Got to carry on. We're doing members reviews today. Plus, of course, we'll take phone calls like that. So quick mention now for our sponsors. Here we go. We got Crafty Falcon, one of our sponsors, pays $99 a month to sponsor our channel, and we don't take any sponsorship from anyone other than viewers and members. Please go and subscribe. I've just put his link in the chat. Please do. He's growing really quickly on our channel. He's got a YouTube channel at 10,500 subscribers. We were at 9,500. He's gained over 1,000 subscribers since he became a sponsor to our channel. Then we have CRC. CRC is also a sponsor of our channel, wishes to grow his channel. There is his link in the chat. Please click on CRC. He would love you to subscribe to him or her. I don't know, actually. CRC. Let me refresh the screen. It's on 32 subscribers at the moment. Let's have a look. 32. Let's see if we can get everyone to subscribe to CRC and see if we can get that moving. We have PAL. We have PAL Group, a fellow YouTube channel. He sponsors our channel. He is also a viewer and contributor. Please do consider subscribing to his channel. He's a member of our channel. We all support our members here on the show. And lastly, but not leastly, we have Stacey Bailey in the chat. She's also a member of our show. She has a whole range of products and items you can buy, hats to t-shirts and stuff. Not to confuse, this is not the Martyn Lucas shop, just so you know, but she does have her own range of products and items, and you might like to have a little look. She's got all kinds of things from mugs to t-shirts to hats to bags. You can see all the different things that she has here. And you can see she's got phone cases, all kinds of things. What Stacey Bailey does is she will customize things to suit you, and whatever you'd like, she can make it for you. There we go. We have 4 sponsors. If you'd like to become a member of our channel, you too can be a sponsor of our channel and get all this publicity. We can charge 10 times what we charge, but I don't, because I want to help our members. We don't take sponsorship from big corporations. It's just you. So I help you grow your channel or your business or whatever it might be. All right then, Martin, I checked on all your links under the channel and there's not one there that I see for Robinhood. I see Alpha, Webull, social media, but not Robinhood. Just trying to be helpful. Thank you, Vanessa. I will check that. It should be there. I don't know why it's not, but you now have it in the chat. Let me give it to you again. I will go and check that and update my links. Thank you very much for alerting me. I've obviously missed that out and I need to fix it. Thank you very much indeed. That's why I don't believe you first got to... That's LEB says, that's why I don't believe you first got to pay your mortgage. I think it's better to just let that go for 2 or 3% and put your money in stock. No, the reason why, LEB, I say you should pay off your mortgage first before you invest, you're absolutely right. You're paying a lot less interest on a mortgage, hopefully, if you've got a good rate, than you can make on the stock market. I agree. However, the reason why I say you invest once you own your home, once you've paid the car loan off, which is what I did, is not just because of the interest, because the interest alone, obviously you go, well, I can make more money investing, so I'm going to do the same at both the same time. If you earn money, what you should be doing is not focusing, in my opinion, it's what I did, it's worked for me, it's not going, well, it's only 2 or 3% on the mortgage, I'm going to buy the stock market. It's not 2 or 3%, because it's 2 or 3% over 30 years. Imagine if you paid your mortgage off 10 years early. You would save hundreds of thousands, potentially, by paying the mortgage off early. So what I did, I went on a cruise ship and I was earning $1 tips. I did it for 4 years. Bang, 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 bang. Got off the ship, paid my house off. Not only did I save years and years and years and years of payments and interest, so I saved thousands, tens of thousands in my case, not hundreds in my case, but tens of thousands. Not only did I save that money, I got myself in a place where I was in the right mindset where I can invest and not have to worry, because I have no car loan, I have no mortgage, I have no credit cards, and you invest in a much more responsible way. And long term, you will make more money by doing that. Those that say, "Oh well, it's only 2%," that's like Alex earlier on. He's in leverage, not even aware he's paying 13%. That's only 13%. No, stop losing money. Stop wasting money. Become efficient. Then buy the stock market. You start by educating yourself, building yourself, learning. When you've learned yourself, number 2, you build the foundations. When the foundations are solid to the center of the earth, you're not building on sand. You're not wobbly. You've got solid stone going 20 foot down. You have built foundations that will never need to be replaced. You then start to build the walls. Then you put the roof on. Then you add the tinsel and all the frilly gadgets and all the lights and all the other silly stuff. You start with you then move to foundations, you then build the walls, but everything you do well, and you do better. That's what you do. That will get you to be where you want to be. Trying to jumpstart it, trying to take shortcuts, thinking, well, that's only 2%. If it's only 2%, you can pay it off early. Don't go, well, I'll have it over 30 years. That's 30 years of wasting money. When I bought my new car, when I came to America, I had a 6-year car loan. I paid my car loan off. I think I paid it off in 6 months. I think I had somewhere in the region of about $98 total interest. I paid it off so insanely early. And to do that, I went to the bank every time I got paid, every gig, every time I earned some money. This is before I started my show. I'd go to the bank and I'd say, I want to put money on my car loan. And I'd say, I want it to go on the principal. Not reducing the interest. I want it to go on the principal. Pay off the balance, not the end, the balance. They just couldn't make any money out of me. They just couldn't make any money out of me. And I think it was about $98 on a $45,000 car. I paid in interest. It wasn't only paid off 5.5 years early. It was paid off. I was reducing the principal. So next month, when it should have been $100 in interest or $80 interest, it was like $1. I just kept overpaying. They just couldn't calculate and put anything on there. And to do that, I had to sacrifice. I didn't do anything. I didn't spend any money. I just went boom, 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 like smash, smash, smash. Relentless paying off that car loan. That's what I did with the mortgage. Relentless sacrifice. Don't go out. Don't spend. Be a miserable sod. Be absolutely obsessed with paying it off. That makes you disciplined, structured, and then when the day comes for you to do investing, you've built the foundation, and now it's easy. Put the work in, do the time, and you'll be much better off in the long run. All right. Anyway, that is what I did. Okay. That's all good if you can. That's all good and well if you can afford to pay it off. Well, Mike, I was only earning $1 tips. I just sacrificed everything else, Mike. Right? I was earning minimum wage on a ship. I was low paid, but I was earning $1 tips over. And Mike, people would get off the ship every single port and buy a beer, at least a beer. And then they would smoke some doobie wooby. Then they'd buy this, then they'd buy that, then they'd buy McDonald's. It's only little bits, but those little bits add up every single day. And I didn't buy anything. And the only thing I bought for years of travel was a fridge magnet for every single country of the world. I've got them all over the fridges here, all over the fridge in England, all over the bloody fridge. Nuts. That's all I ever bought. Nothing else. Not a single pint of beer. Every beer was bought for me by somebody else. I never bought a beer. It's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. It requires sacrifice. The expenses are key too. They are absolutely right. You've got to get efficient. If you can't afford it, you get rid. If I can't have it, I don't have it. If I live on water, I live on water. That's it. I know it's tough. But those decisions are tough. And I know as you get older, obviously, Mike, I understand, you know, it's hard to do later on in life. Obviously, if you find yourself in this situation, you can't change it. But, you know, there are things, obviously, we don't all have the same opportunities. I get that. You create your own opportunity, but, you know, not everyone has the same opportunity. Not everyone. I understand that. But, you know, I will tell you that the majority of Europeans travel the world. The majority of Americans go to Mexico. That's it. They don't go anywhere. And the reason for that is when you're 17, 18 years of age, most Europeans go all over Europe, they go all over Africa, India, they tour the world. If you're in a situation at home that is difficult to make money, unprofitable, too expensive, the rent's too high, Europeans look at it as we go abroad, we go on a backpacking thing. We go around the world earning money, working in bars, working in restaurants, working as a waiter, a server. It adds up. Americans don't tend to do that. They holiday in Mexico, whereas Europeans, they go away and they work away. If life is difficult, change it. Go somewhere else. I remember we had on the show Church of Logic, who was saying he can't make any money. He can't invest. His rent is too high. Pack it up. Go somewhere else. As an American, you can travel virtually the whole world. Your passport will get you anywhere. Spend 6 months in India backpacking, working in a restaurant. Come back with some money. You can go anywhere. You can do anything. It's not always easy, but it's doable. You just got to make sacrifices, and you got to be brave, and you got to take a chance. And people go, no, I can't live. It's too expensive. I can't pay my rent. Well, let the house go. There are people in the world who don't have a house. Start again. No, I understand you can't do that when you're 65, when you're 70, when you're 80. I get it. But you can certainly do it in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s. If life is too difficult where you are, pack it up, go somewhere else. Sell everything you got and start again. Reboot yourself. You can all do that. Anyway. I can relentless pay off if you have a money to do it. Discipline is key, but so is income. Yeah, but anyone can make money today. Anyone can make money today from home. 100%. You can have a drop shipping business that requires no capital at all. You can sell things on Amazon. You can do all kinds of things to provide services online which require no capital at all, but they require imagination, discipline. Anyone can be on their phone and make money. Anyone can do that. Can I send the link for the phone in? Yes, I can. There is the link for the phone in. I'm not going to do the phone in straight away though. I've got to do some videos here. I'm going to unplug myself and plug back in. There you go. Good idea. So every car payment you made, you told them that you want the payment to go as principal payment for. How does that work, Martyn? Okay. You go to the bank with the money. I borrowed money from the Bank of America and I said, apply this to principal. They don't want to do that. They want it to go on the end of the mortgage, the end of the car loan, because they want to charge you interest, upload it. They want to preload it. No, this is my money. I'm in charge, not the bank. Put this money that I'm giving you now onto principal. And they go, principal. They can do it. You've just got to tell them to do it. You can pay your mortgage, your car loan off 10, 20 years ahead of schedule by doing that. Even if you can't add much more money, by simply putting on principal rather than the end, you can save money. I do sell things on eBay. Great. Here's one for you, Mike. You could go outside right now and you could pick up some sand, some dirt, some gravel on the ground, put it in a little test tube. Put it on eBay as Virginia soil. People on eBay around the world will buy pieces of the world, a piece of America. I know people who run businesses making money selling dirt in test tubes. What's the outlay? Zero. You have an eBay shop, you go out in the garden, you pick up some dirt, you put it in a test tube. I am not joking. You think I'm joking? People buy that. People will buy that. And you know someone who can promote it. You know someone who for free will promote it to the world. I'm telling you, there are ways to make money. Now then, we got Safa on the phone. Hiya, Safa. Good afternoon to you. Lovely to have you here. I'm very limited for time today. I'm trying to make lots of videos. I've got earnings coming out tonight, way over time. How can I help you though?
How are you doing?
Thank you for asking. Appreciate that. Set it, reset it. I appreciate it. I'm doing well. Very happy. My portfolio is bonkers.
I'm actually in my living room. I'm not anymore in the hotel.
It's very nice, your living room. You've got a very nice ceiling, and we call that architrave in England, around the ceiling. Very posh. You look like you're the king of... And a gold chair.
The one you see up there. Yeah. No, the one you see up there on the wall. It's... how could I say? It's a projector. You can make your own like movie set. You can watch like a cinema.
Oh, so you... I see. Yeah, but you've got that's a screen. Yeah, I can see the screen. But you've got that nice... You've got that nice sculpturing going around the ceiling.
Yeah.
It looks like you're living in a palace.
Not really. But we have a big house, to be honest. It's like four rooms and 4 bathrooms. Looks
very nice. Very nice. How can I help you?
Yeah. How do you really compare like today's market to yesterday? I think what actually made a lot of money is today's market is really up. Even also Netflix. Have you seen the quarter earnings?
Yes.
It reached to $1,000 and it came a little bit low to 900.
They've gained a lot of new customers and they're increasing their prices because they can afford to. Netflix is a big part of the S&P as well. Netflix is also a benchmark. If Netflix does well, I want you to think, what does it tell tell us about the economy?
Like which company can be the top gainer?
No, but what does it tell us about the economy with Netflix? It's a benchmark for the stock for the general market. Do you know what it is?
I'm not really, but I think it's a great stock because they have really positive news since
Yeah.
they made like the live shows.
Yeah, but that's not why the market's going up. That's not why the market's going up. When Netflix performs well, the S&P goes up and the markets go up because people are spending money. We can measure it. Netflix is a direct measurement of the momentum of the market, right? If Netflix is doing well and Netflix can increase its prices without losing people, it suggests that the economy is strong, which we already know. GDP. It now assures people this is a good time to invest because people are spending money. It tells us if people are investing and paying for Netflix, they're about to buy a new iPhone as well. Because Apple is down, the economy is strong, everything is booming today. It's just an indicator of the global market. It's encouraging people to invest today. So I'm always looking at when Netflix does well, because when Netflix does well, the rest of the market use it as a benchmark, as an indicator. This is why the money I've been saying for ages that sat on the sidelines is now coming in to the market, and you're seeing it today.
Yeah, I was actually I had a question. I sent you a link through Discord, which is the latest. What's it called? I think news for SMCI. So I asked. I think Ed. He said there's a short squeeze coming. I'm not sure, but could
No.
he give me more clarification?
No, there isn't a short squeeze coming because there's not enough volume and there's not enough short interest. People, who told you there's a short squeeze coming?
Ed Nevis.
Oh, Ed. Maybe he's right. He's better at scalp trading than I am. I don't see that from a long-term investment strategy. However, he's a scalp trader. He's looking for momentum, and it's completely different. If you want to get a quick 10%, that's your man. 20%, Ed Nevius, absolutely right. I'm looking at it as a long-term investment, completely different. So different strategies. I don't see a short squeeze coming because there's not enough short interest and there's not enough volume. However, he might see that more volume is coming because he is the expert when it comes to scalp trading. That is not my field of expertise. That's why we have Ed. So Ed's the man to ask, not me, if you believe, if for a trading point of view.
Yes.
I would rather buy Nvidia.
What are your thoughts since Donald Trump said there is a $500 billion investment for the AI? So especially for Nvidia, it's really capable of, whoever is the biggest customer and selling the product. Of course they're doing well, like some big companies they made partnership with. But do you see Nvidia increase to between $160 and $170 before their earnings, like once they reach $4 trillion, and then after they reach the earnings, there will be a huge upside in the price? I
can't say what's going to happen tomorrow and next week and before that, because we're like 3 weeks away from an earnings. We're going to cover it live on the show. So can I know what's happening in the next few weeks? No, nor does Donald Trump know that. But what I can tell you, what I believe, and I've said it repeatedly now for maybe a year, $200 is my price target, and that's about 8 months away. So sometime between now and 8 months, it's going to go to $200. Absolutely. It's a great asset. It's a great business. Now, that's not because Donald Trump said so. I think I know more about the Nvidia than Donald Trump does. He's too busy doing millions of other things. Donald Trump is the president and he's trying to rah-rah the US economy, getting everyone to buy everything. Whereas I'm looking at the balance sheet and I look at the numbers and I can quite easily see that numbers are up, profits are up, margins are up, customers are up. And we know the forward PE is great for Nvidia, way better than Tesla, way better than Palantir. It's a great business to own and it's a big part of the S&P and I'm very happy to own it. And the AI Act that he's put in place to make it easier to sell it and take restrictions away is potentially a good thing. but we always knew that was coming anyway. People sold it to buy it back. There are some other issues, of course, because by taking restrictions away, maybe we might end up in 10 years like Terminator, the movie, where all this AI takes over the world and we all get destroyed. But that's a moral issue. That's another thing. But yeah, I do see Nvidia is a great, it's still by far one of the best value AI plays. Yeah.
I actually have seen, maybe is it yesterday or before yesterday, that Nvidia made some set of rules, I think policies, I think due to the Trump tariffs. I'm not sure, like, do you know anything about them? Like, is it a good thing that they have set some policies so they do not like get the most damage if there was like a tariff damage to the company? Or how would they actually perform?
Look, we people want to speculate and people want to guess. I'm not a guesser. I'm an investor, and I wait to know. Right now, everyone's making guesses and predictions. It's still a good time to buy the S&P. It's still a good time to buy Nvidia. Donald Trump's threatening all kinds of tariffs on China, but we don't know. One thing that Donald Trump is he's a businessman. I wouldn't say he's always a great businessman. He's gone bankrupt like 7 or 8 times. So, yeah, I wouldn't say he's the greatest businessman in the world. However, he does understand numbers. He's not stupid. He's very smart. I think a lot of the tariffs are a bit of noise and bluster. I mean, most of it's going to go away because most of it doesn't make too much sense. One thing I am encouraged by, though, is people are saying the tariffs are inflationary, and it means rates will go up and that will put the market down. They're not inflationary at all. They're not inflationary at all. Long term, initial reaction, a bit of a spookiness going on. But long term, no, I'm not concerned about it. But I'm not worried. But the trouble is we don't know what the tariffs are yet. Nobody knows. He hasn't come out and said, he said, we're going to put this, we're going to put that. But none of it's done yet. I think a lot of it is negotiation tactics. It's what he does. He says, I'm going to put this on you unless you do this, and then that will get done, and then we'll learn about it, and then the stock will go up again. So I'm not worried about that.
All right. So how are you enjoying your evening so far?
I am enjoying my morning. It's 10 to 11 for me. Yeah, I'm
It's
enjoying
too early
it.
for you.
Yeah, it's still early, but yeah, I'm loving it. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. I'm very excited about the channel and where we're growing and how big we're getting so quickly. My portfolio is just gone bonkers, isn't it? Really, just come up to $270,000 now invested, all from $5,000. It's unbelievable, really. Yeah, thanks for asking. Anything else before I let you go? I've got lots of things to do today.
Yeah. Just one last question. So if for example you own a stock for a long period of time, and you had the what is it called, the idea to sell, to take the profits,
No, I
do
never
you
sell.
actually like you never sell
No,
at all?
no.
Okay. So how could you like reach to 1 million? Like, is it just because of holding at a really good price, like entry at buying the stock?
Well, yeah. I mean, essentially, compounding. I will continue to buy more if, like I've said, the position goes down dramatically because I'm not using any more margin. Once margin's paid off, then I'll buy more. But now I'm working my margin down to 0. So for a while now, because the markets has just got euphoria, FOMO, I'm not going to buy all this. This is nuts. I've already bought it. I'm not going to be selling anything. I'm not going to be buying anything. I'm going to be focused on getting my margin down. Now, my current investment, my total value, including margins, about $260,000. So you might say, well, how can $260,000 go to $1 million by the end of the decade? Well, the S&P is going to double by the end of the decade. So there's $500,000 for a start without doing anything. Without doing anything, I've got $500,000. But of course, we've got several years to go. So I'm going to be earning money just like everybody else, and I'm going to be paying down my margin. So that's where the extra money is going to come from. Plus, of course, once I get the margin down, and if I go hell for leather, I could do it in a couple of years. And then the next few years, I'll be buying again So I've got no doubt, without selling anything, I will get to $1 million. Because the biggest investment is myself. I've already made my sacrifices. I've already bought the market ahead with my margins. Remember, most of my stocks now are up. In fact, every single share I have now is up. Ones I bought last week, ones I bought a year ago, everything is up now. What I bought last year is up like 30, 40%. I mean, so I don't ever need to sell.
I'm actually waiting for the Wall Street to drop a big news so the whole market comes down and then I just go buy.
Well, that's the great thing about not chasing the market right now. It's FOMO. Everyone's getting FOMO'd in. Everyone's buying everything, which is great because as an investor, they're giving me their money. Because by them buying now, they've got their level here. They can't sell until it goes to here, right? What is it doing? It's protecting my money that I bought down here. And people keep buying and buying and buying and buying. You could, if we go up 10, 20% and then the market crashes 20%, even if it crashes 30% and goes down 10% lower than where it is now, I'm still 30, 40% up, aren't I? That's the point of investing. Long-term investing will always pay. Just let everybody else pump up your stock. They're only giving you their money. They're not giving themselves any money because they're buying up. They're buying up here. I'm down here just going, thank you ever so much. I've got lots of millionaire and one billionaire friend. And when I speak to them, they bought shares of Amazon or Apple years and years and years ago, hundreds of millions of shares. And I go, don't you ever worry about market crashes? No, because they're hundreds and hundreds of percent up. It doesn't matter anymore. They just hold and they just take what they need to live on, or they borrow against it or live on dividends or whatever they do. They don't worry about it. That's what an investor does. Just let it sit in the ground and grow. But you can only do that if you're buying assets that you can rely on to grow. I don't buy anything that I can't hold on to for 10 years.
Yeah, I actually had a friend a long time ago, and he was telling me like, why don't you just do the dividend thingy on any stock? Like, if you want to buy something, you get a dividend on. But he was telling me like, you get a dividend like twice a year or like once a year, like about $30 or something, and that's not something that like, not to be unmentionable. It's too low, unless it's like a dividend $100 or $200.
Well, obviously you're simplifying the conversation. Dividends is a lot more complicated than that. Fight Channel is our dividend guy. He'll talk about dividends, but essentially the basic principle is this. Companies that have had exploded growth, like Coca-Cola, J&J, they've exploded. Everyone has Coca-Cola around the world. You can't keep growing the business. They've got bottling business because Coca-Cola is a bottling business, not a Coke business, right? It's a bottling business. And it's in every country of the world. Everyone knows about it. You can't keep growing anymore at the rate you used to because it's now everywhere, right? So now what you do, because you haven't got an explosive AI growth stock, you're not producing something new that's going to keep exploding. Everyone's got Coca-Cola. You can keep making money because people keep buying Coca-Cola, but you can't grow the same way you did 50 or 100 years ago. Obviously, it's everywhere, right? So what you do now is you encourage your investors to stay with you by offering them a dividend. Now, a dividend is not free money. It's basically the profit being paid out to the investor rather than the stock price going up. Right? So very often, a company that's got dividends, its stock isn't moving very much. It's going sideways or up a little bit because they're taking money out of the business to give to you. Now, you might say, well, what's the sense of that? The purpose of a dividend-paying stock is, generally, I mean, you will get Fight has different ways of looking at this, but essentially, you start when you're young, like you are now, and you buy growth companies. You buy companies that grow your portfolio. They are new, innovative ideas. Coca-Cola was once a growth stock. Now it's a dividend-paying stock, right? AI is new. It's growing. It's got a lot of growth before it saturates the market. One day, Nvidia will be a dividend-paying stock. Apple pays a dividend, not much because it's still a growth stock. So does Microsoft, but not much because it's still a growth stock. So when you're young, you buy growth stocks. You want to grow a portfolio. As you get older, you will move your money because you now got $1 million and you're not looking for risk anymore. You're not looking for high growth. One day it's up, one day it's down. You buy Coca-Cola, you buy J&J, you buy rights, you buy real estate. And now you get paid from that company or that ETF a regular payout. That's now your income. You're not trying to sell stocks. You're not trying to, trade or whatever. You're just getting paid every month from your companies who pay you a dividend. That's the purpose of a dividend paying stock. It's not really suitable for most people when they're young. It's not really a thing that most people should be doing when they're young. They should be building a portfolio, get to their target, and now they move into dividend paying stocks.
But is it each month like being paid as a dividend, or is it like
everyone's different? There's not a set rule. Some pay weekly, some pay monthly, some pay quarterly, some pay yearly. Every business is different. Whichever stock you own. Coca-Cola, J&J is quarterly. I get paid quarterly. The S&P is quarterly. And it doesn't really make a difference whether you get weekly, monthly, or quarterly, or yearly, as long as you can manage your money. If you can manage your money, doesn't matter, does it? Whether you get, it's like people who get paid. There are some people who get paid yearly. Some people who get paid daily. Well, it's how you manage your money. You need more discipline if you've got to wait longer for your money, but it's the same thing.
I don't really like the idea of dividends, but for me, whatever would be my smart choices, as I believe in one company, and as any day I can just take the whole profit and let's just create more opportunities with the profit I actually take.
Well, you're obviously a trader, a growth stock investor, trader. That's fine. You are younger. That's you. That's your strategy. That's where you are in life. I'm now somewhere 3/4 of the way down, and I don't need that sort of level of risk. However, I still like growth stocks. I see the potential in AI. That's why I like the S&P, because the S&P is heavily weighted towards AI and tech. It is. NASDAQ is even more, but that to me is just it's gone the other way, because now we're getting the S&P booming because of the underperforming banks, financials, healthcare, things I've been talking about for ages. So to me, the S&P is right for me, but it's not right for everyone. We all want to make money, but everyone's journey depends on where they are and their understanding, their level of risk, what they believe in, what they don't. Some people wouldn't touch AI. Warren Buffett doesn't like AI. Warren Buffett likes Staples. He likes Wrigley's, chewing gum. He likes Coca-Cola. He likes things like that. He likes insurance and real estate. Everyone, he wouldn't touch AI. Not interested in it. It's not wrong. It's not right. It's his strategy. It's different.
Yeah, everyone has a different strategy in just achieving their goals. But I do believe in AI, especially Nvidia. I believe it's gonna go higher than Apple because since when we have seen the Apple, they're creating the same basic concept of each year they're renewing their own chips. But like if you have the same design, I mean people are just gonna just get bored of the how they design. For example, if I don't like iPhone 17, which is gonna be released next year, this year, and it looks like Google, like the latest Google phone, or like the same set of cameras, I actually wouldn't buy it because it's copycatting another company that helps other company with something else. So it's like this. It's not. There's nothing creative about it.
But Nvidia, you see, is not about the phone or the gadget. Nvidia is about enterprise money. Money it makes selling to other companies, not to you or I. Yes, they do now. There's all that sound studio equipment, and there's the gaming consoles, and there's the gaming. They've got their own little laptop now, and they've got graphics cards for for domestic use. But for me, why I like Nvidia is not because it's got AI attached to it. I like AI because it sells to the businesses, the enterprises, sells to Microsoft, Apple, Google, many others. But I like it because its forward PE is good. That's all you have to look at. That tells me that it's still undervalued. It's still good value. It's making money hand over fist. It's got plenty of customers with money that can pay for the stuff, right? Not will the end user have enough money to buy the latest iPhone? I don't care about that with Nvidia. I know the businesses have got money and they're Amazon and that whatever. They're buying from Nvidia. That's what I care about. Nvidia is not about gadgets or AI. It's about efficiency. You're buying efficiency for other businesses. Have the businesses got growth? Have they got money to buy from Nvidia? Yes. And are they buying? Yes. And is Nvidia increasing its margin, its profits? Yes. Is its PE undervalued? Yes. Then it's a buy. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I do admire your tie. You picked a good looking tie with the suit.
Oh, the tie today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, I like this one. I've got about 30 different ties. I try to rotate them from time to time. Anyway,
Thanks for talking to you.
My pleasure. Good luck to you. Good conversation. Always enjoy your call. Thank you very much.
Take care.
There you go.
Bye-bye.
There you go. Another good call there today, calling in from Dubai. Doesn't he look like he's living in a palace? I reckon he does. It looks very posh there, doesn't he? Looks really good. So, wow. Look at my portfolio. Another couple of grand nearly. Look at this. Unbelievable. So, the live position up 467 in the last few minutes. 1,700 today. 6,700 in a week. 5,500 in a month. 8,500 in 3 months. Year to date, for 7,500. 1 year, 30.5%. Don't tell me you cannot make money on the S&P. You absolutely can. Absolutely can. It doesn't matter how much money you've got in, the percentage would be the same. $27,000. Unflipping believable. Overall position, 151. I said to you, it won't be long before it's 160,000, and that will then be $270,000 invested. Absolutely incredible. Compound. Literally, you're watching it in real life there. Right. Let me see what's next. Right. Flipping heck. I've got so much to do. This is insane. What I need to do here today. Jenny B. Is Jenny B in the chat? Jenny B, are you here? Jenny B. Jenny, are you here? Are you here? You ready? Okay, let me go to here. Let me go to Discord. I see Jenny B in the breakfast bar. Let me go. Do that. Nice one, Jenny. Is that the only one? I'll make sure. Have we got any more? Okay. Jenny B. I wonder if she's here. Let me click this button. We're about to get a new Rogues Gallery. Mugs Gallery. There. There. Love it. Adjust. Got it. Got it. Jenny B. Add. Add to album. Scroll to the bottom. Add. Albums. Scroll to the bottom. There's Jenny B. Let me bring you back to here. Let's see how the market is doing. Let's go to here. Let's have a look. A library. Here it comes. Albums. There it is. Okay. Are you ready for the new updated? I'm loving this. We'll play a memory video. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Here we go. We don't need that. There we go. Here's our latest mugs. We've got some more added. If you want to be on the show, this is great. Jenny B is going to miss it. Never mind. Let's have a look. These are all our members. These are all our owners of mugs. If you send one in, we've got these new mugs now. They're getting bigger. Look at these things. I mean, absolutely insane. This is one that Jenny's just shared with me. This is great. We've got members now in 69 countries and 14 languages. There's MSK, look, with his Virgin Galactic, Stephen Lewandowski. There you go. You'll see Jenny in a minute. We just added Vanessa. Once you get your mug or your T-shirt or your hat, whatever it is, take a picture, send it in, and we put you on the show. This is great. It's amazing that we have these mugs now all over the world. It's quite an amazing thing when you think about it. These are the new AI ones. Here we go. Here are the new ones now. Stacey Bailey. There you go. There you go. Here we come, all the new mugs. There you go. Look at that. There's Vanessa. And here's Jenny B. There she is. Look at the size of that. Look at the size of that latte mug. That latte mug is absolutely massive, isn't it? Brilliant. I hope you're enjoying that. I got to say, it's a great mug. Thank you, Sensei, for organising all that. Really, really good. Brilliant. There you go. So, there you go. Let's get back to work. Oh, blimey. I've got to focus here now. We're hours and hours and hours behind. But members want to call in, we do it. Right, Alex, you've made your Robinhood account. Okay, you've made your Robinhood account. So as soon as you fund it, you will get free shares. I will get free shares. I don't have any notification yet. So I'm looking. Oh, it's Robinhood UK, isn't it? Robinhood UK. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign out of my Robinhood US. I'm going to sign into my Robinhood UK. And let's have a look. Let's see. So I've got a Robinhood UK account as well. So let me just sign into that. If you funded it and done it and everything else, it should tell me, here we go. This is my Robinhood UK account. So I've just got to do all the security. Here we go. Robinhood UK. Okay, do that. Here we go. Hey! So this is my Robinhood UK account. It's much, 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 much smaller. I don't put any money in. There you go. Can you see that? I've only got $300 in. These are all the free shares that I've got. All right. So you have got, your gift has arrived. Pick yourself some stock like Apple, Microsoft. Let's see what I've won. What did you win? Tell me what you got. Claim your free stock. Ooh, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's always $5. I got $14 this time. Look, here's $14.68 on us. I'm loving it. Thank you very much. Well, I only ever buy one or two stocks in here. I only have Apple or J&J. J&J is by far the best value. Way down. So there we go. Claim your free stock, right? Claim stock. Let me show you what I do. There you go. If you want to get these free stocks, everybody, there's Robinhood USA. There's Robinhood UK. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Yeah, bloody right. bloody right. You see how excited I get over just $14? You're damn right, because that will be $140 in 10 years' time. Right, okay, scroll along. J&J. J&J, my average is coming down. Lifetime dividends. Swipe. There you go. You got J&J, $14.68. My average comes down. Want more free stock? Not right now. There you go. My average has come down. Check my thing there. There it is. I've just bought I've got $14 of J&J. I've now got 143. What a great day to get it. And how exciting is that? That's it. Love it. Thank you very much, mate. What did you get, by the way? I love it. Let me click on these reminders. There's a few here that haven't done it, that forgot to finish it off. Click my reminders. A lot of these reminders probably never do it anyway. People forget to do it. It comes on my phone and says remind. I wish I could delete them. But it doesn't let you do that. Because if people don't want to do it, just take them off. But Robinhood, obviously, they want you to keep pushing it, which I don't want to do. But I can't get rid of the ones that are on there. But there you go. Anyway, whatever. It is what it is. Alex, it says you're pending. You haven't yet claimed your prize yet. Why don't you go and claim your money? Right, I'm now going to come out of my account because I've done that. Let me just go back into Robinhood UK. Where do I find what I got? Wow, 4% interest only. That is exciting, although I'll never use margin again until I'm like, yeah, you need to know what you're doing. But yeah, 4% is better than 13. You're welcome. Just saved you a fortune there. Right, okay. Log out. Back into the US again. Let me come back in again. It should say on the screen you've won some free shares somewhere. Once you come, I mean, I got free shares, so you've definitely got free shares. There you go. Had to log back in again. Right, I'm back in the US again now. Okay, there we go. Let me do that. Okay. Back to there. All right, I'm signing up Robinhood right now. My problem is the way they allow you deposit funds. Not a fan of choices. Not how I do normally. It is the way it's all done now with big banks, direct link up like that. It's absolutely fine. There are 22 million people in America that use Robinhood. Don't worry about it. PayPal does it like that now. Cash App. There's loads of payment systems that link using Plaid. It's completely secure. But if you're not happy with doing it, I mean, Leah wasn't happy about it for ages. She was, I don't like that. I said, honestly, Leah, it's fine. And she felt the same way. Didn't like it at first. Yay, loving it. I'm great. tomorrow straight away as my bank has an issue this week. Okay. All right. I'm signing up with Robinhood right now. Where do I find what I got? It will tell you in there. Wow, 4% interest. Yeah. I'm still getting used to the magic mug. Yay. Thank you. Absolutely saved me. And only being a member for 5 days. Is it 5 days? You've been a member for 5 days? Oh, maybe you have. I don't know. Seems like longer. You've been on the show 50,000 times. Right. I need to get on. Sad day. We did that earlier. FOMC. Okay, here we go. $234. $234. FOMC. You got to watch it. Can you afford to miss it? Coming up next Wednesday. We're going to cover it live. Jerome Powell live on the show. We've had massive gains, huge gains. This is my overall portfolio, now at 151,666.56. Started with $5,000. Can you believe it? No options, no shorts, no crypto, just the S&P. Just in 1 year, if I go to the 1 year and show you, look at that. I've made over 30%, 27 grand. Buy the macro dips, know when to buy, never sell, stay in. On Wednesday, Jerome Powell will deliver his first FOMC report under the administration of Donald Trump, the new president of the United States of America. What are we going to get? It's going to be a very, very exciting day. Do not buy this pump. That's not financial advice. I'm not giving it, but people are getting excited and carried away. And I love it because they're buying my shares that I will never sell. Fantastic. Keep pumping it up. This is my prediction. See if I'm right. No rate cuts on the FOMC report. It's not about that, though. It's about what he says next. We will get rate cuts this year, a couple, maybe 3. I've planned my strategy on 2. The market sold off a few weeks ago because they were expecting 5. Then they thought, hang on a minute, jobs report is bad, or it was good rather. That's inflationary. It wasn't. I said it wasn't, and it wasn't. Then they waited for CPI, started to go up. Then they got PPI, it's really started to go up. Or was it the other way around? Was PPI first? I think it was. PPI was good, it started to go up. PPI was next, started to rally. Things got other way around. Anyway, whichever it was over Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we got Donald Trump coming into power, and the markets have been rallying ever since. Everyone's getting FOMO. Everyone's buying back, but they should do. The economy is strong. GDP is good. Inflation's coming down. Everything is good in the market, but that doesn't mean you should be buying. It means you should be just enjoying it going up because you are an investor. Tune in live with me for the FOMC report when we see what happens. What we want is no rate cuts. That is stability. That will hold the market. What we want is to hear that the economy is still growing and inflation is still falling, and we're going to get a rate cut in March, I think it is. That is good. That is bullish. It's the Q&A at the end when Jerome speaks to the audience and the press. That's what we want, a dovish report. We do not want rate cuts. If we get one, however, with good reason, without it being a kind of reaction to the market, because inflation is looking a bit dodgy and maybe they've over-tightened and everything else. That's not good, but it depends how it's delivered. I'm looking for another pause and a sensible rate cut in March. That's what I want. If we get that, the market will continue to do well, and it's going to be fantastic. Can you afford to miss the FOMC report? I don't think so. The first one under Donald Trump. But of course, Donald Trump has no control over Jerome Powell, but it's the first one under Donald Trump, if you know what I mean. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. I'll post the link down there. Also pinned to the comments. Right here is the FOMC report, and down here, something else I think you'll find interesting. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. ticker symbol AA, Alcoa, earnings report after hours tonight. We're covering it live. Why are we covering Alcoa? Have you ever heard of it before? Well, the reason why we're covering Alcoa is because one of our members, and you have to be a member, has asked me to cover it. If you are a member of our show and you'd like me to cover an earnings for you, all you have to do is be a member and do a minimum $5 super chat or a super thanks, and we'll cover the earnings of your choice, and you get these promo videos, which I can predict 100% certainty will rank on Google, if not YouTube as well. So after hours tonight, we're covering Alcoa. We want to see how this performs tonight. Very exciting. After hours, if this does well, I'll do analysis on it. I'll show all the information around it, and we'll build up a playlist on Alcoa, bringing you all the time new information, innovative ideas, new stocks, so you can find ways to move forward through all the noise on the stock market. That's what we do. We're in earnings season now. Lots of new stuff, lots of new value to our members, lots of new stuff to cover. We're going to cover 4 earnings a day. Yes, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. Find out how we do that at the same time. To tune in and you'll find out. Click above my head for all the links. Down below in the description. Over here, I shall put the Alcoa playlist. The playlist is down there. And Alcoa earnings tonight. Tonight, join us for the earnings after hours, January 22nd. If you're watching this later, click on that and you can watch what Alcoa did on its earnings. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Kinder Morgan, ticker symbol KMI, after hours, January the 22nd. Another new stock we're bringing to our members. If you're a member of our channel and you did a $5 super chat like someone did, or a super thanks, we get to book these in for you. You choose what earnings I do and what stocks we promote. Very often, nearly always, pretty much always, rank number 1 on YouTube, if not Google. Tonight, after hours, on the extra channel, we are going to cover Kinder Morgan. We're doing 2 stocks at the same time, 4 earnings a day. I'm going to be working 15-hour days now for the next month, bringing my members the best service in the world, so we learn about new stocks you've never heard about before. Kinder Morgan, KMI, the earnings tonight. Click above my head for that. Down below in the description. On the main channel, we are covering Alcoa. You may want to watch that instead. It's entirely up to you. On the extra channel, we're covering Kinder Morgan. Over here is the playlist for Kinder Morgan. Down here is the event for Kinder Morgan itself. Join us. Can you afford to miss it? You should be informed. You want to know what's going on in the markets? We'll deliver you the best service, the best earnings in 4K, surround sound, live, unedited, as it happens, and you can call in and debate as well. Join us for the Kinder Morgan earnings after hours tonight. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Discover financial services, my favorite sector. No surprise, it's doing well. Not always my favorite sector, but it is right now. It's the underperformer on the S&P. That and healthcare, I was right again. I love it. Discover financial services, DFS. We're covering the earnings for that on January 23rd in the morning. Today it's June 22nd, tomorrow morning. January 23rd, early hours before the main show starts, before the opening bell on the main channel. You don't want to miss it. On the extra channel, we'll be covering the Union Pacific at the same time. You can watch either, you can watch both. If I can broadcast both at the same time, you can certainly watch both. Maybe. I got more skills. Maybe. All right. So join us in the morning. We're trying to bring you new stocks you've never heard about. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. On the main channel, we've got this one. On the extra channel, we've got Union Pacific. Here, I shall put the playlist for Discover Financial as we add more information, more news around the stock if you request it. Down here, the event itself. Can you afford to miss it? Discover Financial Services. If you watch to the end, it'll take you there automatically. Join us January 23rd in the morning. 15-hour days right now. 1 month of craziness. Yep, it's going to get serious here on the Investor Channel. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you, Nathan Corey. I don't know, Fox. I have to prioritize my members. Union Pacific, ticker symbol UNP. Earnings call, January 23rd. Pre-market will be there for you. We're doing 4 earnings a day now. 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. It is earnings season. Can you afford to miss these? A lot of money can be made on earnings calls. A lot of money. On the this will be on the extra channel. On the main channel, we're doing Discover at the same time. Whichever one you watch, maybe you want to watch both. The choice is yours. But if you are a member of our channel and you do a $5 super chat, you can book in your earnings. These were all booked in with super chats and super thanks. That's when people leave a comment under a video and do a super thanks to cover these earnings. I will make promotional videos on it. I will rank number 1 on Google and YouTube. Always Google, sometimes YouTube, and we'll cover the earnings where you learn more about the economy, the markets, what's going on. I will bring you 4 live, unedited earnings every single day for the next month. I'm going to be working 15-hour days to provide the best service and grow the best, most live, honest channel in the world. I never give up. I'm never going anywhere. You're part of the Lucas Age. You're part of the winning team. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. On the main channel, we'll be doing Discover. On the extra channel, we'll be doing Union Pacific. Here is the playlist for Union Pacific. We'll create a new one just in case you want more news. Down here, Union Pacific, the event itself. Join us. Can you afford not to miss it? Can you afford to miss it? That's what I probably should say. Can you afford to miss it? Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Hey, look at this. Your gift of stock has arrived. Pick your piece of stock. Get in. Hurrah. I've got another free stock. That means Vanessa has just set up her account. Is that right? Let's have a look. Where does it say? I am signing up right now. My problem is the way they allow funds. Not a fan, but you've done it anyway. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's the way it works now. Okay, so I've won another free stock. Let me know what you've won, by the way. So claim your free stock. Get in. $5 this time. $5 this time, not quite as much, but I'll take it anyway. Now, on my main account, to simplify things, I just buy Apple. I don't buy J&J, even though it's a better value, because it would confuse things if I did. Claim your free stock. I'll take $5 and I'll put it straight in Apple. Thank you very much. Swipe. There it is. You've got $5. Thank you. Want more free stock? No, not right now. There you go. Great stuff. Let me know what you've won, Vanessa. I'm assuming that was you. If you'd like free stock, there's Robinhood USA. There's Robinhood UK. Claim your free stocks. Free money for everybody. We're loving it. This is great. Okay. Now then. Let me go to members only for a moment and do Q&A. I've got to finish because I've got to get these videos put out and then come back for the closing bell, right? So obviously I've got to finish the show. Let me see what this says here. You've received 0.02 shares of Apple. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Right. Okay, so let's wrap up. I've got to still do our reviews of Archer and Vistry. I've got to get them done today as well, but I've got to put these videos out as well. So there's a lot going on. So let me just, we're going to be working 15-hour days today, this month. So I'm going to be starting to talk a little bit quieter, calmer, slow the show down. Otherwise, I'll never get through the month at this pace. Let me go members only, because no one ever gets left behind. No one ever gets ignored. Everyone can have a say. So if you have a comment, a question that you did not get answered, or something that you want shown on the screen, please now repeat it. I will read it out. I will share it on the screen, okay? You now can do that right now. Let me prepare this show to go to the extra channel, where we can keep everyone together. Then I can update you as I bring you back for the live events. So we're going to send you all to the extra channel. This is our radio show, 24 hours a day. We're listening to Sensei now do charts on XRP. Extra, live now. Please do join us there. Keep it running in the background. It helps support the show. And it'll also enable me to talk back to you, to let you know what's going on. I can be in conversation with you. We'll listen to Sensei, but it's not about that. It's about staying live in the chat with me so I can talk to you and bring you back for the next part of what we're doing, and so on and so forth. Right. Here we go. So Alex said, I think this is going to come through now. Just stand by. I'm waiting for my comments to come through. Here we got members' comments. Alex found it. Yay. $7.74. Thank you very much. Absolutely welcome. You're very welcome. J&J would be a great idea today because it's an insanely low price. Plus the dividends, you'll make it, just hold it forever and you'll see how that grows over time. You might go, what, only $7? Doesn't matter. You'll have growth to $200. The stock will go up a huge amount from where it is in time, plus the dividends. You earn dividends even when you own a fractional share. Strong, not giving you financial advice, but that would not be a bad idea in my opinion. All right, okay. I'm going to reset the show. In fact, I don't need to. I think we're on a good part at the moment. Yeah, I'll leave it on. We're having a discussion on the show. I'm going to leave that where it is. Any more comments and questions? We just got Alex in. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Then I'm going to end the show. Send everyone to the extra channel. Please do join me there. You can communicate with me. I'll be talking to you. You can listen to what Sensei is doing and what we're talking about. We've got a restream running right now, but the chat is live for everyone to support and talk to each other. Then I can mute the restream, go and talk to you live about the premieres, things that are happening, and all the rest of it. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm also going to go and grab a cup of tea and some breakfast. I've not eaten today. Going to be 15-hour days over the next month. I requested a review on an ETF that you added to the list. When can we expect you to discuss it so we don't miss out? Bar, you will never miss out. That you will never miss out. I will do the reviews as quickly as I can. When they come out, if you've rung the bell and notified, they will be their own videos. You don't have to wait in the live show to hear them live. I will do them for you as videos. They will go out as their own video. So don't worry, you will see it. You'll never miss it. If you get notified about my new videos, you'll see it. Plus, if you don't know how that works, and you don't get notified, but I don't know why you wouldn't, if you look on the homepage of the channel, scroll down here, you will see the new videos come out here. They'll be on the top. If you watch the extra channel, that also tells you about all of the videos that are coming out as well, the new videos. It shows you at the top. Also, reviews all go in this playlist here. Alpha Spread, they all go in here. As they go in order there, so you can't miss it. Past live streams are here, but you won't need that because you'll get notified about the video itself. So don't worry, just stand by. You won't miss anything if you've done this. If you've rung the bell like this, you click subscribe. You can always go and check by doing this now. And you've set the bell to all. You've turned YouTube notifications on. Now you get notified. And now you'll see everything. And if you don't get notified, it's because you've not got that on. But also, you can just look on the video section and you'll see it all there as it appears every day as well. Plus, in the live shows, I also tell you about what you've missed at the beginning of the shows. I appreciate it. I enjoy all your lives. Either way, though, not only waiting for the reviews. Okay, great. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, it's time to send everyone now to the extra channel. Thank you very much indeed. I'm going to get to work with Sad Day. It's a Sad Day video. January FOMC report, Alcoa, Kinder, Discover, Union Pacific. Then I'll be back for the closing bell. Then I'll be back for double earnings. One on this show, one on the extra. It's 15-hour days, folks. You've got to get busy in earnings season. This is how we know and understand the market. And this is how we get our balance to look like that. All right? That's what it's all about. Put the work in. The fruit comes out the other end. It's very, very simple. That's it from me. Now, please all stay where you are. Click on the link. It's in the chat and come directly to the extra channel. That's it from me. There's the link. All right. I've got to go. No time for day trade of the day just yet because we're very, very, very busy at the moment. Let's just see if we grew our portfolio, if we grew our channel today. Let's see if it rolls round. 724, 722. No, people unsubscribe from this. This is boring. Doing reviews. They don't like it. That's fine. I don't care. You want to unsubscribe from knowing how the market works? Fine. I'm not going to just do XRP is booming every day. I'm going to do what's important. And what's important is important to the members. If you find it boring, you're not an investor. I'm here to help investors, not everyone to use this as a gambling page, a gambling channel. It's not what it's about. It's a shame, but I don't care. I care about doing the right thing. That's it from me. I'm about to end. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.